Overnight, not much accumulation. Low around 28. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 52. Right now, 44. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHEL.
Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
Your shot at $1,000 right now. Text the keyword WIN to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's WIN to 200-200.
Hey, Mikey.
It's Michael Brown.
You can try to find Michael Brown.
Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
This is the Michael Brown Show.
He said I was doing a heck of a job, and I agree. He just didn't realize how heck of a job I was doing. Poor old guy. But he regrets that to this day. Hell, I regret it to this day. Who am I kidding? First things first, because I owe Drew an apology, because Drew asked me last night in the 6 o'clock hour to remind everybody that we still need subscribers over on the YouTube page. So if you could kindly, and Drew's apparently willing to pay for this, I think it's in bolivars. I think Venezuelan bolivars, right?
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay, 1,000. He will pay 1,000 Venezuelan bolivars for every subscription to YouTube today. So you go to youtube.com/Michael Brown today. And then we'll keep track of the subscribers. And then you can just invoice Drew for your subscription. And it's 1,000 bolivars per subscription today.
Yeah, I've got a guy that I got from your guy down there that's fronting the money.
Exactly. And quite frankly, if you don't like bolivars, we'll get you a couple of squares of toilet paper.
Or a hot dog.
No, hot dog's way more expensive.
That's a good point.
Yeah, hot dog's way too expensive.
What about ramen? A thing of ramen.
No, have you looked at the exchange rate for a bolivar?
I don't even know what the heck a bolivar is.
It's the Venezuelan dollar. Go get your little Google machine out. Type in Venezuelan bolivar, BOLIVAR. I'm surprised somebody hasn't emailed me with the answer already. What's the exchange rate?
Hold on, my computer's slowly thinking.
Oh, I forgot. That's right. We're a media company, so we have to wait for our 386s. I better not say that in case Archer, because I love Archer to death, and he has to deal with this crap. So I shouldn't say anything. Holy cow! Really? I mean, I could have looked this up 20 times by now.
I know. I'm trying. Also, by the way, the funny part, one of the questions was how much are eggs in Venezuela, which will be funny on Friday.
Oh, that's right. Exactly. Okay. All right.
I got nothing. I'll let you know when it's ready.
No. I'm going to do it right now. Venezuelan bolivar exchange rate. Yes, this is why you can't get help. The bolivar is equal to 0.000020 per dollar.
Oh, we can afford that.
That's what I see. I was trying to make it easy on you. Yeah. So for every YouTube subscription today, Drew will pay you 1,000. I wasn't very good. Not only was I not very good at math, I'm not very good at math. So 1,000 times 0.1234420. Oh, that's 2 cents. That's 2 cents. I should have known that off the top of my head.
For every subscriber we get today, so it's basically 2 cents.
It's 2 cents. But that didn't sound good. It's like we're having a sale today. So it's 1,000 bolivars. So for every subscription to YouTube, youtube.com/Michael Brown today, Drew will personally pay you 1,000 bolivars.
But I have to do it in person.
Oh, yeah. Because the cost of the postage would be more than the subscription. So today we're running a special, so be sure and do that. I have also stumbled upon something that I cannot believe I wasn't aware of. I know, because I think I know everything. many people think that I think I know everything. People in this building accuse me of thinking that I know everything. There is something called the Law Enforcement Officers Safety Act. I'm putting a call out to any, with the exception of the Denver Police Department. I don't want to work with you. But if there is any police department within the sound of my voice, and I don't care where you are, I will come to you. And in fact, if they're still doing it down in Lake Arthur, New Mexico, I'll come down there. Lake Arthur, New Mexico has a population of 433. How many reserve police officers do you think they have? This is a town that has less than 500 people in it. They have 150 reserve cops. Let me explain why. According to the federal law, the Law Enforcement Officers Safety Act, anyone who is a full or part-time or a reserve police officer can conceal carry their weapon in any state, any building, through an airport, on an airplane, anywhere they want to. So Bloomberg had a story about Robert Mercer. May not ring a bell to you that don't pay attention to a bunch of muckety-mucks. But Robert Mercer is a billionaire and a high-dollar contributor to the Republican Party. And this story is about him supporting the Lake Arthur Police Department, Police Chief William Norwood, who is the department's sole full-time employee. Bloomberg describes him as a barrel-chested man with 2 spare rifle magazines on his belt. See, I like this guy. Now, this is not there are what are called badge factories. I'm not looking for a badge factory. I'm actually willing to do what Robert Mercer did. Well, part of what Robert Mercer did. He also donated a whole bunch of money to this little town to do some stuff. But he actually shows up every few months, and he puts in X number of hours as a reserve policeman. That entitles him, as a reserve police officer for Lake Arthur, New Mexico, to conceal carry his Glock 23, which is the concealed carry of choice, anywhere he wants to. Now, back in the day, when I had a security detail, I asked my detail one, because they got to carry their guns everywhere. It was always fun going through, well, I didn't go through security. Can I just humble brag about that? But this is why people develop kind of Washington, D.C. mentality that they're better than everybody else. So because my security detail carried firearms, we bypassed security. We didn't go through the magnetometers. We went through these back doors and usually got on the airplane before everybody else did, and then sat down, and one would be sitting across from me and one would be sitting behind me. And they always had their guns. And I asked them a favor one time. I said, just so I can say I did it, would you guys let me carry my weapon on board the plane one time? Sure, we don't care. So I put my Glock 19 in my backpack, and I carried it on a flight from Dulles to Denver International. And you know what my gun didn't do? It didn't shoot anybody. It didn't hurt anybody. It didn't kill anybody. Nope, didn't do a thing. So, Mr. Mercer, you have opened my eyes to the advantages of being a reserve police officer. So any department, and within reason, like I don't want to fly to like Portland, Maine, but if you are in California, Nevada, Wyoming, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Utah, what am I missing? I go to Montana, pretty much anywhere within maybe a 1 hour flight from Denver International, let's say a 4 or 5 hour drive. I will come to your community. I will take your training. And I will show up and be a reserve police officer so that I too may, under the, under what's this act? The Law Enforcement Officer Safety Act, be able to conceal carry. For example, the state of New York. In New York City, where I hate going because I can't conceal carry.
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning Traffic Center.
Weather is throwing up the drive. Rain showers, depending upon where you're traveling. Snow is coming down as well. In the Commerce City area, traveling over Nevada. Some wet roads and splashback out here. Heavy highways. Out in the high country, heavy snow and slick conditions. I-70 shut down at Vale Pass, both directions. The Aurora Drive, new crash, southbound 225 after Colfax. Backed up onto I-70. Jam up through the tech center. Heavy traffic. Had a wreck northbound I-25 at Hamden. That's gone. Commerce City Drive, a stalled semi. Eastbound 270 at York. Denver's forecast. Cloudy skies tonight. Rain showers turning into snow overnight. Low around 28. Right now, 34 degrees. With traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHAL.
This report is brought to you by Staples. Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
Hey, it's Michael Brown here. In this crazy housing market, you find a house you want and then there are multiple offers all in one day on the same house. So instead of buying an existing house, how about getting a brand new custom-built home from the Hall Company? Many people hear custom-built, and the first thing they think, expensive. But you know what? Whether you're looking for 1,500 square feet or 15,000 square feet, the Hall Company will help you find the ideal piece of land, design the home with you, and then build it. You get what you want, not what somebody else had. The Hall Company can even help you find the land if you want to build the house yourself. And of course, they can help secure financing. So instead of getting what somebody else liked, get a home that's what just you want. Check out their work at denvercustomhomebuilder.biz. That's denvercustomhomebuilder.biz, or call Dave Hall, the owner. He actually answers his phone, and he'll answer your questions. Call or text Dave at 303-669-0531. That's 303-669-0531, and just have a conversation about the dream home that you've always wanted.
Do you owe the IRS? Then don't wait. Call Advanced Tax Solutions today. Located right here in Denver, they've helped clients like you for over 20 years. Be their next success story. Let them help resolve your tax problems. Advanced Tax Solutions.
Is your garage door making weird noises? This is Dave Logan. If you're having issues with your garage door, call Don's Garage Doors, the only garage door company I personally endorse. I've used Don's Garage Doors in my home, and folks, you should too. Your garage is the entrance to your home, and you want somebody you can trust. Next time you need a garage door repair or replacement, call Don's Garage Doors at 303-738-DOOR. That's 303-738-3667, or online at donsgaragedoors.com.
When it comes to servicing your car, let's go right to the heart of the matter. Al Aramis, he's the owner of Pro Auto Care for 25 years, and they give a 36,000-mile warranty complete with roadside assistance to each and every customer. You'll also get reminders when your service intervals are due. I love them. I use them. You should too. Denver and Littleton. 303-PRO-AUTO. That's 303-PRO-AUTO or 303proauto.com. Okay, you've decided you want to replace those old drafty, nasty windows. What do you look for in a window company? I look for Heritage, a company that's been around a long time to stand behind their products, like K&H Home Solutions. In business more than 60 years. I look for stability, someone at the helm to take responsibility, like owner Ted Rowland, who I've known for more than 25 years. I look for great value, superior products at fair prices, and with K&H, you get discounts of 25% or more. I look for energy efficiency and beauty. In other words, I look to K&H Home Solutions, the first window company on my referral list at referralist.com. They did windows for me, and I've used them time and time again. You should too. Call now for special pricing. Windows, siding, doors, and more. 303-421-7100 or online at khwindows.com. That's khwindows.com.
K&H Home Solutions has what you're looking for.
Warning. If you're drowning in debt you can't afford, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to pay it all back, because you don't. What the credit card companies don't want you to know is that there's actually a way to get debt-free without paying off your entire debt or going bankrupt. If you have $5,000 or more in credit card debt, you now have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. For free information, call Credit Associates now. 1-800-500-8121. We'll even show you how much money you could save. If you can't afford to pay off all your debt, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to. Call Credit Associates now for free information on how to get debt-free faster than you ever thought possible without debt consolidation or bankruptcy. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. For free information, call now. 1-800-500-8121. That's 1-800-500-8121. 1-800-500-8121.
Jimmy John's Freaky Fast, Freaky Fresh.
I'm calling because I saw one of your delivery persons today, and he was totally naked.
Ma'am, I sincerely want to apologize for any...
Buck naked right there on the street.
Ma'am, we're doing all we can to...
And I say it's about darn time.
I know, and I'm gonna... Wait, what?
The human body is a beautiful thing, don't you agree?
Well,
We've suffered the tyranny of clothing for way too long.
Okay, but...
So thanks, Jimmy John's, for going all natural.
Actually, ma'am, it's our meats that are all natural.
Say what now?
Our meats are all natural. Wood smoked ham, choice roast beef, real fresh turkey breast, all natural and freaky fresh.
So I don't suppose I can expect all natural delivery in the future?
No.
When the need for senior care arises, there's no place like home. Your loved ones should never have to give up living at home. Visiting Angels will provide home care for your mom or dad at home up to 24 hours per day, including personal care, meals, and light housework. You'll select your professional caregiver with Visiting Angels. Look up visitingangels.com or call 877-374-LIVE. That's 877-374-LIVE. Franchises are available. Visiting Angels, America's choice in senior home care.
Tom Martino, the troubleshooter. Tomorrow morning at 10.
Consumer problems, questions, and complaints. We'll battle them for you. Give me a call coming up tomorrow at 10.
Troubleshooter Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Drew also asked me to, he was pretty upset because I don't have in today's POS, pile of stuff, anything about Roseanne Barr, or whatever her name is now, Roseanne. And apparently, the only thing they've been talking about, or I should say, at least one segment of every hour, all they've talked about, is the new Roseanne sitcom, in which she portrays herself as, and I think she actually is, a Trump supporter. Think about how biased the media is if ABC decides to run a sitcom in which the main character is always arguing with her family about her support of President Trump. And that becomes the lead story every hour on Fox News. And apparently has been much discussion on talk radio today. Well, rather than talk about what Roseanne did either last night or night before, because I saw a short clip of it. It was standard Roseanne material, and it was standard, it wasn't laugh out loud funny, but it was okay. I got it. I find it pathetic, though, that we have to be all, we are so excited because there's a sitcom that is actually somebody that supports Donald Trump, and they're in a sitcom. Oh my God. Yeah, orgasmic, I guess you might describe it. This is how the culture does not trail politics. Politics trails the culture. So to give it a little bit of perspective, Tamara and I watch a program on I think it's Showtime, called Billions. Paul Giamatti, Damian Lewis, I think that's his name. It's a story about a U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, played by Paul Giamatti, and Bobby Axelrod, who is this bazillionaire who runs a hedge fund called Axe Capital, and Bobby Axelrod, played by Damian, I think it's Lewis, but Damian whatever. And the storyline is essentially that this U.S. attorney is willing to do anything to take down the evil billionaire. The billionaire is somewhat of a dirtbag, pretty smart, hires the best that he can, which he can hire anybody, because the company makes so freaking much money that everybody wants to work for Axe Capital, except that Bobby Axelrod is an absolute, utter a-hole. In the most recent episode, which is the season premiere, I think we've just seen one or two, but in the opening episode for the new season, we have a new Attorney General. And the new Attorney General is a guy from Texas. His name is Jeff Coat. So at the start of the premiere, titled Tie Goes to the Runner, this new Attorney General tells the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Chuck Rhodes, played by Paul Giamatti, that he has to refrain from prosecuting high-profile cases in the business community unless there's a clear crime. Now, the backstory of that is Chuck Rhodes, the fictional U.S. attorney, has had the hots for bringing down Bobby Axelrod for insider trading, for fraud, for any number of crimes that, quite frankly, I think Bobby Axelrod, the fictional billionaire, walks a fine line. And I think he's crossed that line, and he has actually committed some SEC violations and some other fraudulent crimes that he should be prosecuted for. But the storyline changed because we now have to have a storyline with an attorney general that says, you know what, I don't want you going after these billionaire business guys. So in one particular scene, the new attorney general says,
You got some wolf in you, which is why you're not getting fired. Not quite yet, anyway. No, sir, you're among the blessed few. It's end times for most of your brethren, but you have not been raptured yet.
It's end times for most of your brethren because it's a new attorney general, a new administration, and of course most U.S. attorneys get fired and they put new U.S. attorneys in. And notice the heavy Texas drawl, because nothing says that we're going to stereotype than a big white guy, cigar chomping, sitting back with his ostrich boots on, talking in a Texas drawl that says, back off my buddies.
I've only kept on 7 U.S. attorneys since the president was good enough to appoint me Attorney General of these United States. I just wanted to make sure our agendas are aligned when it comes to that justice you spoke of moments ago. These high-profile cases you and your people have working? Keep Wall Street-related matters.
Well, the markets are within my purview.
Well, that may be, but I come from baseball country. We learn at an early age that a tie goes to the runner. And that is how I want you to think of our business community and its leaders from now on. Now, look, if there's a clear crime, then by all means you go after it. But if it's a bang-bang play, don't call a man out on a whim. Just let that rally continue.
I thought you come from horse country.
West Texas contains multitudes, Chuck. Prioritize the cases that make sense. You know what to do with the rest. They're marked, so there's no confusion. Come on, let's shadow on into this ballroom.
And he hands the U.S. attorney, who he is not going to fire yet, a list of pending cases that he should back off. The culture is being poisoned everywhere. So while you get excited, I'm not saying you in particular, but while some people get excited that ABC has probably what's going to be a short-lived sitcom that has a Donald Trump advocate in it, the rest of the culture on television, the other 99 out of 100 shows, are going to demonize a white Southern attorney general who doesn't want to go after corrupt billionaires because, well, that's what Republicans do. Don't you get it?
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
This report is brought to you by Staples.
Tough drive out here. Rain showers coming down, some sleet and snow showers, depending upon where you're traveling. There's some heavy snow up in the northern suburbs along the Arvada Drive, Commerce City area, Highlands Ranch Drive, standing water along C470. It is a parking lot there heading out to the Colorado Boulevard overpass. Accident southbound 225 after Colfax. Boulder Turnpike, an accident eastbound 36 near Cherryvale. Stay ahead of traffic in the snow with the Total Traffic app powered by Traffic Karma. Denver's forecast, cloudy skies tonight, rain showers turning into snow overnight, low around 28. Tomorrow will be sunny with a high near 52. Right now it is 34. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHOW.
Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
Gunsmith at Large is a unique place for gun owners and enthusiasts like you and me. Now, whether it's routine maintenance, customization of your favorite handgun, rifle, or shotgun, Gunsmith at Large is the place to go. And when I say customization, I'm talking about things like turning my Glock into a custom handgun with a titanium-colored pistol with night sights, copper-plated barrel, and a 4.5-pound trigger. Yeah, he's that good. Or a custom-made 1911. You get the picture. Maybe Grandpa's old rifle needs to be refurbished. Gunsmith at Large will turn that heirloom into the best gift ever for a son or grandson. And if you're like me and you've never done more than just a basic field cleaning, Gunsmith at Large will clean, inspect, oil, and test fire your weapon down to the smallest spring. Call Parker at Gunsmith at Large right now. 720-662-7156 or go by 4750 South Santa Fe in Inglewood. But whatever, call Gunsmith at Large. 720-662-7156. 720-662-7156.
Who else wants to discover how to invest in cash-flowing apartments without dealing with a single tenant? Join us for a fast start, 2-hour free training event and discover a proven system created by a landscaper who went from mowing lawns to controlling over 8,000 units. You'll discover how to safely invest in apartments using little or none of your own money. How to create a monthly passive income stream that'll allow you to retire in as little as 3 to 5 years. RE Mentor, the experts in apartment investing education for over 15 years, will be in the Denver area sharing this unique system. Be one of the first 30 callers now to get your seat at this class free. Call 888-907-2588. Investing in apartments requires little money down and low risk if trained properly. Learn the secrets from the experts at RE Mentor in just 2 hours. Call 888-907-2588 and become one of the first 30 callers at 888-907-2588. You have nothing to lose and a legacy to gain. So call 888-907-2588.
Have you had to deal with a garage floor or interior floor that's sinking? Brian here with Advanced Mudjacking. Negative drainage on a porch or patio, sloping floors, trip hazards in sidewalks, or just a hole under your concrete from those pesky rabbits. Advanced Mudjacking has the solution. Tried and true methods with sand and cement. No risky foam or chemicals. Go with a proven company that lifts and stabilizes your concrete. Guaranteed. Advanced Mudjacking. 303-424-9441. Or email me, advancedmudjacking@yahoo.com.
Have you still not refinanced your mortgage? Well, soon you may be kicking yourself in the head. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial, and interest rates have gone up recently and will continue to rise, but they're still at historical lows. So don't delay. Let us lower your monthly payment, consolidate a first and second, pay off other debt, or drop you into a 15-year loan with no closing costs. That's right. Nothing's rolled into your loan. We'll pay for your appraisal, title, underwriting, settlement fee, everything. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Whether it's a purchase or refinance, you'll pay no closing costs. You won't spend a dime. Think about it. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to find out how we can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year. And by the way, Westland Financial now is proud to offer reverse mortgages for our clients over 62. So call us at 888-455-3669. The only way you can lose money is not to call Westland Financial. That's 888-455-3669. 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669.
NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
Do you know what I love about Art of Granite? Price quotes on the phone. Art of Granite supplies premier designer countertops and cabinets. A direct importer of stone, granite, and quartz. Visit their showroom in Golden. Wholesale countertop material, custom edges, sinks, cabinets, and from the templating appointment, it takes just 1 week for installation. And when you have the kitchen done, they do the bathroom free. And they tear out everything free. Artofgranite.net. 303-386-5919.
After a rough day on the range, a fella can get a bit saddle sore. That's why I use Blue Emu Original Super Strength Cream. It works fast and penetrates deep to soothe my tired muscles and joints.
And he don't stink.
And I'll tell you one thing, I had no idea this stuff was so darn handy.
Blue Emu Original Super Strength Cream. Available at all major retailers. It works fast for long-lasting soothing of tired muscles and joints.
And you won't stink.
My neighbors always ask me, "Hey Pete, how do you keep your yard so nice?"
Pete makes it simple with the Scott's 4-Step program. It's the best way to get the yard you want all year long, guaranteed. All it takes is 4 easy steps, just once in early spring, late spring, summer, and fall, providing nutrition and weed control to keep your lawn lush and green.
So, now you know my secret.
This is a Scott's Yard. Pick up Scott's 4-Step at your local Ace Hardware today.
Denver's talk station. Online at khow.com.
A billionaire, so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had.
Someone's emailed me and said that they disagree that the Law Enforcement Officer Safety Act does not permit you to carry a firearm on board an airplane. When I read the statute this morning, I couldn't find any section that prohibited that. The way a LEO, a law enforcement officer, carries on board currently is you declare yourself to be a law enforcement officer at the check-in counter. It used to be yellow. I don't know whether it's still a yellow form or not, but you filled out this yellow form, and then you declared you showed your credentials. Obviously, you have to show your credentials at the check-in counter, and then you showed your credentials at a special line designated for airport personnel, airline employees, and for law enforcement officers at the TSA check-in. And you presented your credentials, and you presented your paperwork declaring that you were carrying, and then you went through this little side door and you boarded the airplane. You also had to declare to the captain of that particular flight that you were a law enforcement, that you were carrying, and that you were on board. And I don't find anything in the act, at least in the statute itself. Now, if there's some policy, some regulation that has been adopted, I didn't get into the regs, but if you're a LEO out there and you think that it prohibits you from carrying on board, which doesn't make any sense to me at all, because LEOs can carry, and LEOs carry on board all the time. If you pay attention and you know what to look for, I wouldn't say 50% of the time, but I would say a great percentage of the time, I always see LEOs checking in with the captain and boarding an airplane. And I'm not talking about flight air marshals. I'm talking about just regular cops that are, either transporting a prisoner, or they're going to pick up a prisoner, or they're going to wherever they're going. So if somebody out there is a law enforcement officer and they think or a lawyer, and they think they've got a different interpretation, or you can point me to a different, I'm certainly willing to look at it. But when I looked at the statute this morning on LexisNexis and doing a word search, I couldn't find anything. I talked to Jonathan Last yesterday of the Weekly Standard. The Weekly Standard is getting ready to have their annual event down to Broadmoor in May, and I'll tell you more about it as we get closer. But I asked Jonathan, in terms of all of the political discussion that will go on at the Broadmoor in May, what do you think would be the one overriding topic that will outdo every other topic that might be discussed? And without any hesitation or reservation, he said the midterm elections. So here we are, sitting on the edge of April, headed into 2018 midterm crunch time. And those in the media are declaring that there will be this massive blue wave and that Democrats will take over the House and the Senate. I think they have a reasonable chance of taking back the Senate. I don't think they can take back the House. But we're at that stage where in this game that's going to be played between now and November, we're going to be on a roller coaster, up and down. Polls will say the Republican generic ballot is up, the Democrat generic ballot is up, and the Republicans are down. It's going to be back and forth all the time. Well, earlier this week, CNN was pushing a poll that showed Trump's approval rating and I didn't look at their crosstabs, so I can't tell you how many Democrats versus how many Republicans and independents, etc. But the CNN poll, just take it at face value, showed Trump's approval rating at its highest since he took office. The general opinion of Republicans is on the up and up. Voters are keen on Trump's handling of the economy because, as you and I have known for decades, yes, it's the economy stupid. CNN reported, overall, 42% approve of the way Trump is handling the presidency, 54% disapprove. Right there, if that's all you heard, you would say, well, wait a minute. I can't believe you're already talking about trend lines. It seems like it was just yesterday that all of you were getting pissed off at me because I was trying to point out the trend lines of the election of 2016. And as we all know, those trend lines kept inching a certain direction, and by the hair of his nose, Trump pulled it out in those 3 or 4 Midwestern states. So why do I point it out now? Because even though in the generic ballot, Trump's disapproval rating is still at 54%, his approval rating is up 7 points since February. And that includes a 6-point increase among Republicans. It has gone among Republicans from 80 to 86%. And independents, it has gone from a whopping 35% approval rating to a 41% approval rating. Now, his approval ratings have seesawed all over the place in terms of the CNN polls. But this points out that, and you know what, 2 weeks from now, I may be right back here telling you, yep, and now we're back down. We're back in the toilet again. Because all it takes is some dumbass thing that the president does, and the media that is opposed to him will glom onto that. And in terms of not this audience, because you guys are too savvy and you're too sophisticated and you pay close attention to it, but for the average Joe Schmo out there that doesn't care about politics yet, they will hear, they'll get home from a rough day at the office or the wherever their truck yard is or whatever they're doing, and they just sit down and they just turn on the news, and you can hear it now. Lester Holt, well, today the president's approval rating is down. The approval rating is down. The disapproval rating is up. And then on the generic ballot, Republicans are on a trend line headed downward. And it will be the end of civilization. And then 2 weeks later, it'll be back the same way again. All of this is just to say that I'm not convinced today, tomorrow, who knows. It would take more than a typical Democratic wave that history suggests would occur for the party out of power during a midterm election for the Democrats to take control of both houses. Michael Lee, a senior counsel who heads up redistricting for a New York University School of Law center that studies redistricting, says it would be the equivalent of a tsunami if Democrats were to have wins larger than any sort of recent midterm wave, almost double what they got in 2006, in order to win a narrow majority. I don't want to get into the details of which Senate seats are up for re-election and which Senate seats aren't. But because of retirements, because of people just saying, you know what, I'm out of here, right now the trend line is good. But just hold on. Democrats need at least 24 seats to win in the House. Keep that number in mind.
This report is brought to you by Staples.
Tough drive out here. Snow and sleet coming down. Slushy conditions starting to develop. A lot of water on these roadways as well. Right now, report of whiteout conditions along E470, Jordan to Guard Trail. Be careful there. Blizzard conditions in the tech center, slowing up northbound I-25. Traffic nearly stopped. Big delays on I-25 downtown. There's been a crash working northbound I-25 up near Park Avenue. 225 accident. Southbound 225 near 17th. A crash at Colfax. Denver's forecast, snow showers will continue tonight, low around 28. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 52. Right now, 34 degrees. With traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHAL.
Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
Hey, it's Michael Brown here. You know that I'm a lawyer, so I've got strong opinions about lawyers. You know, I'd never call a lawyer that advertises with a funny nickname or has an ad that shows hundreds of associates that are, well, you and I both know are overworked and underpaid. If me, Tamara, or any of my children or friends were involved in an accident and we needed an attorney, you know what I'd do? I'd call John Fuller at John Fuller Law. Now, his firm is effective and efficient. He doesn't look for hundreds of cases, but instead he looks for cases involving people like you and me, and then he and his staff give you personal attention. You know, the insurance companies are always looking for a very quick settlement at the least cost to them. And then they try to catch you at your most vulnerable time when you or your family are hurting. So I want you to do what I would do. I want you to call John Fuller. Check him out at personalinjuryco.com. That's personalinjuryco.com, or give him a call. 303-597-4500. 597-4500.
Hello, I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino for Larson Tax Relief. Tax season is here. Did I see you cringe at that? If so, listen up for relief. Larson Tax Relief. Get your past tax problems taken care of once and for all. Stop the worrying and frustration. If you owe back taxes, been years since you filed, Larson Tax Relief is the best and the only tax relief organization I endorse. Their team of experts understand your situation and won't judge you. The name says it all. Relief. Larson Tax Relief. Larson will get you the absolute best possible resolution. Don't worry about your wages being garnished, losing your house, or other drastic action. Larson gets between you and the IRS. They'll get them off your back and save you thousands of dollars. I trust Ron and Jack Larson and their team of experts to fix your tax problems. You can too. So stop cringing and call 844-LARSON-TAX or LarsonTaxRelief.com. That's 844-LARSON-TAX. 844-LARSON-TAX.
We're proud of who we are and we're good at what we do. Purefoy Chevrolet, in business for 57 years. We want to earn and deserve your business. Who's your Chevy dealer? We should be. Purefoy Chevrolet, just up the road in Fort Lupton. Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Chris with Cash Call Mortgage. With today's rising home values and low mortgage rates, we're doing refinances with no closing costs that let you pull out tens of thousands in cash. Use that cash to pay off high-interest credit cards, car loans, do things around the house, or anything you want.
My husband and I realized the best low-cost way to get a large chunk of cash was to take advantage of our home's value by refinancing. Chris got us a low interest rate, and we pulled $50,000 in cash out. We paid off credit cards and a few other things, and the whole process was super easy.
Cash Call Mortgage is designed to save, with great fixed rates with absolutely no closing costs. None. Your house is your bank. So make the cash call now at 855-875-CASH. That's 855-875-CASH.
First Mortgages, Impact Mortgage Corp. DBA Cash Call Mortgage. 1 City Boulevard, Orange, California 92868. NMLS 128231. Equal housing lender. Not licensed in all states, including New York. Call 855-657-9910 for licensing terms and restrictions. Not available in Washington State.
That's 855-875-CASH.
Hi, this is Jeff, director of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Most men remember their first time. No, I don't mean that first time. I mean the first time their performance didn't live up to expectations, yours or your partner's. You probably both laughed it off, no big deal. But when it happens a second time, then a third, it's no laughing matter. It's a problem. The good news is there's a solution at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. We specialize exclusively in men's sexual health. Our licensed providers at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic can help with erectile dysfunction, premature issues, and male hormone replacement therapy. Our prescription medications work when the pills or other methods fail, and they work for almost all medical conditions: diabetes, prostate cancer, and others. Treatments are personalized to fit your needs, and you get to see the treatment work right here in the office. So if you want to make the last time you failed to perform the last time this happens, call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today at 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900. Or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Student loans, car loans, high-interest credit card loans, debt adds up for all of us, but there are ways around it. Hey guys, it's Ross Kaminsky for my friends at American Financing, and I'm here to remind you that refinancing your home loan is an easy way to save a lot of money. Think of it this way. A lower interest rate means lower monthly bill payments, and mortgage interest rates are far more competitive than a student loan or credit card rate. I'm talking rates in the low single digits versus rates in the high double digits. Why wouldn't you consolidate that high interest debt by refinancing your mortgage? You'll speak with a salary-based mortgage consultant who will customize a loan to fit your needs. They're already saving customers up to $1,000 a month, plus there are no upfront fees at American Financing. You could close on your new loan in as fast as 10 days and may be able to postpone up to 60 days of mortgage payments. Get in touch with American Financing at 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Tax time means you might be getting a refund. But why not get a little more? It's the 16K a day giveaway. Listen for your shot at $1,000 every hour at 5 after the hour. Weekdays, 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. on 630 KHOW. Brought to you by The Hall Company. If you want a brand new custom home, you need The Hall Company. Whether you want a 1,500 square foot home or 15,000 square feet, The Hall Company will help you buy the land, design the home, and build it. Visit them at denvercustomhomebuilder.biz.
What do you mean? I can't even remember what I talked about last segment. Gee, Christmas. The producer slot for the Michael Brown Show is open again.
What about the host slot? He's the one who can't remember anything.
Drew's telling me, like, you're making it so easy today picking bumper music. And he's playing House of the Rising Sun. And I'm like, well, what was I talking about? You're talking about the house. What house? Oh,
our house, you know, in the middle of our street?
Oh, our house. Our house. I got nothing.
You got all flustered during the break. It's fine.
I got flustered during the break because I read something that somebody had sent, and it just frustrated me.
Did anybody ever teach you not to read the comments section? In anything, don't ever do it. Except for our chat, because our chat's actually kind of fun.
I've had two people trying to convince me to quit reading comments, and frankly, tried to convince me to quit reading emails during the show. Dave Rubin, which if you want to see my interview with Dave, you can go on YouTube and find the Rubin Report and watch me sit down with him, and my editor at The Hill. Because anytime, and I haven't written for him for several months, but every time I would write an article for The Hill, there would be three kinds of comments. People that would agree with what I wrote, people that would disagree with what I wrote, and both would be cogent comments. And then there would be the oh my God, it's Michael Brown. I can't believe you have him on here. He doesn't know anything. And just like, he should be in jail. He killed people, and he hates black people, and he hates this, and blah, 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 blah. And of course, I just...
Wait, none of that's true?
Well, every bit of it's true. Every bit of it. I've learned to embrace. I've learned to embrace it.
Smart plan.
And it is. I should quit reading. I've tried. You notice that I've quit looking at my phone.
You have, yeah.
Because even my friends will text me during the show. Like, I'm surprised my lawyer hasn't sent me a text so far about my interpretation of the Law Enforcement Officer Safety Act. The other thing that's silly to talk about, besides Roseanne and the Law Enforcement Officer Safety Act and the trend lines, in fact, just pretty much everything I talk about is kind of silly at times. When you step back, I told Drew before the start of the show, it's time for a vacation day. It's time to take a day off, because when I sit down and I start going through all of the websites that I go through looking for material, I just want to shoot myself. I just want to shoot myself. It's like, ugh. So here's the other big story. CBS is everywhere with this. So you know the March for Our Lives, which was not a march, it was a rally. And I know I nitpick about that, but why can't we just be factually correct? Why can't we just call it what it was? It was a rally, not a march. Well, they have apparently inflated the numbers of people that were there. One estimate had a total national turnout of 1.1 million people. But in Washington, D.C., which was ostensibly the largest one, about 200,000 or so, margin of 15%. When your error of margin is 15%, you either haven't done a very good flyover to do a count per square mile, or however they were doing their particular count. Your margin of error is 15%, means that your margin of error makes your whatever stat you're using just absurd, because that means it's 230,000 at the upper end of the estimate. Well, the organizers were going for twice that number. They thought there'd be 500,000 people there. The peak crowd size was 202,796 people. Now, with a margin of error of 15%, according to the firm that did the estimate, the crowd reached its largest size at 1 p.m. The organizers put the total number of attendees at closer to 800,000. The largest single-day demonstration in U.S. history was the 2017 Women's March with a crowd size of, no, wait a minute. The organizers of this rally say we had 800,000, which, gives them the ability to round up and say we had almost 1 million. But according to the same firm that did the estimate for CBS News, the largest single-day demonstration in U.S. history was the 2017 Women's March with a crowd size of 440,000 people. Now, there is always a discrepancy between numbers gathered by the professionals and numbers gathered by the event organizers. But the difference between 200,000 and 800,000 is what Trump would say a bigly difference. It's kind of hard to look at a fourfold overestimate and not conclude that there's probably some bad faith estimating going on. The organizers could have guesstimated 500,000 to try to top the Women's March, but instead, no, they got to go for 800,000. When the professionals say, maybe 200,000 with a margin of error of plus or minus 15%. And you know what started all of this? The Trump inauguration. Because before then, who gave a rat's ass about crowd size?
Alexa, play KHOW Radio.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
Ask for us on your Amazon or Google smart speaker.
Let's talk.
630 KHOW.
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Need a new roof? Get the best. ExcelRoofing.com.
Michael Brown here. Let you and I go on a trip to Alaska together. I'm teaming up with Holiday Vacations for an Inside Passage cruise and tour of all the great sites in Alaska. It's a 12-day excursion hosted by me, and it's a great opportunity to see the best of Alaska in a small group. Call Holiday Travel at 800-826-2266, keyword Denver. You know, let's go to Alaska. Call 800-826-2266, keyword Denver, or go online, holidayvacations.com, keyword Denver.
This report is brought to you by Staples.
Rain and snow likely tonight, a low of 27. Mostly sunny tomorrow, a high of 52. 62 and partly sunny on Friday. Partly sunny and 60 degrees on Saturday.
Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
This is Denver's talk station. Michael Brown continues after the news on 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. KHOW, Denver.
More changes in President Trump's inner circle. I'm Rich Dennison, Fox News. David Shulkin is out as Veterans Affairs Secretary. Fox's Kevin Corke at the White House.
He's one of those rare holdovers from the Obama administration, one of those prize recruits early on for the president. Well, recently he had come under fire for taking lavish trips to Britain and Denmark last year, so the president took to Twitter to announce his replacement today.
President Trump tweeting he'll nominate White House physician Rear Admiral Dr. Ronnie Jackson as the new VA secretary. The president says Robert Wilkie, an undersecretary at the Defense Department, will serve as acting VA secretary until Jackson is confirmed. A lawsuit accusing President Trump of accepting improper payments is moving forward.
Maryland and the District of Columbia accused the president of violating the Constitution's Emoluments Clause, which prohibits federal officials from accepting gifts from foreign governments. A federal judge is allowing that lawsuit to move forward, though limited the scope to the Trump International Hotel in Washington and not additional Trump Organization properties. D.C. and Maryland argue nearby businesses are facing unfair competition because of foreign customers staying at the Trump Hotel. The Justice Department is arguing for the case to be dismissed. In Washington, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
President Trump thinks there's a good chance that North Korea wants to move toward peace. The president tweeting that he thinks Kim Jong-un will do what is right for his people and for humanity. The president says China's leader told him that his recent meeting with Kim in China went well and that the North Korean leader looks forward to meeting with the president. Police in San Francisco investigating a deadly hit and run. Officer Robert Racca says investigators are trying to determine if the crash was intentional.
There's the issue of intent, and whether you drive off from a scene doesn't necessarily state what the intent was.
5 people were hit. 1 victim has died. Fox News. Fair and balanced.
Hi, I'm Darla from Cintas.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. We have so much to do. I need fire extinguishers, right?
We'll place them for you and be out for regular inspection.
Great. And what about my new hires?
We'll get them into uniforms and keep them looking sharp.
What about this first aid cabinet?
Fully stocked.
It wasn't this morning.
It is now. And so are the restrooms.
Wow, Cintas really seems to know what we need.
You said it.
Oh, I'm ready.
Learn how Cintas can help you get ready for the workday. Visit Cintas.com.
Buying a new tractor? You owe it to yourself to visit your LS Tractor dealer. LS Tractors give you a lot more tractor for less money compared to other brands. For starters, LS Tractor comes with more select features as standard equipment. They make operating your tractor easier with better performance to get more work done quicker. Compare and you'll know who gives you more tractor for your money. LS Tractor. Excel in your field. Learn more at lstractorusa.com.
Visit Legacy Tractor Sales in Fort Collins and get more tractor.
KHOW News Time 5:03. I'm Kathy Walker. Expect some snow tonight. CBS 4's Ashton Altieri says the rain will change to snow tonight.
Here along the Front Range, just like what happened Monday night into yesterday morning, we're not going to see much in terms of accumulation. 1 to 3 inches for most of us, maybe 4 inches in a couple spots. Most of it's going to be on the grass, not on the roads.
But Ashton says we need all of the snow we can get. By this time in a normal year, we have 45 inches of snow in Denver. At last check, the 2018 snow total was about 20 inches. inches. Flakes already flying in places like Boulder and Monument. Denver police say 3 people are in custody after 3 illegal gambling raids. The raids were part of a year-long investigation by the Bureau of Investigation into the so-called game of skill parlors. The Mega Millions lottery jackpot up above $500 million. Friday night's Mega Millions drawing has been estimated at $502 million. That's the 4th largest in the game's history. The cash payout for that big jackpot, $301 million. That's the latest. I'm Kathy Walker.
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning Traffic Center.
Tough drive out here. The roads are a mess. Snow, slush, wet roads, splashbacks, standing water, heavy highways. Some whiteout conditions reported out on the toll road. Heavier snow in the tech center, parts of Aurora, Arvada, Commerce City. Take your time. Northbound I-25 nearly stopped in the tech center. An accident near Orchard. Big delays downtown. Aurora Drive, there's accident southbound 225 near 17th. Crash at Colfax. A wreck eastbound I-70 at Ward Road. Eastbound 36 near Cherryvale. Denver's forecast. Snow showers continue overnight. Low around 28. Tomorrow, sunny skies with a high near 52. Right now, 34 degrees. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHEL.
This report is brought to you by Staples. Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
Your shot at $1,000 right now. Text the keyword money to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's money to 200-200.
Hey, Mikey.
It's Michael Brown.
You can try to find Michael Brown. Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
This is the Michael Brown Show.
Hold on tight to your dream. Yeah. Hold on tight.
I apologize for the news that says that rain showers may later be turning to snow showers, considering that at least in outside our windows, it's a whiteout. Maybe sometimes before you do news, you should just look out the window. Just look out the window. Don't shake your head in there. It was so obvious I had to say something about it.
I know it was. I know. And especially when it came up, you and I both looked at each other and just started laughing.
Just laughed. Oh, all I want to do is put out a quality product. Just a quality product. That's all I ask.
It's a low bar, really.
Apparently so. Holy cow. David Hogg, I saw the most hilarious video today. David Hogg, the little twerp that's made a name for himself for being, he wants to take away your guns, but that's okay. But he's really upset because the Parkland school where the kids were shot has implemented a backpack rule that says your backpack is either going to be inspected or you have to have a clear backpack. And he's all worried about the privacy of teenage girls who are menstruating, that, their tampons might show up in the backpack or something, and that would be embarrassing. So apparently he believes that there's a right of privacy somewhere that is being violated. But, your Second Amendment rights, well, those aren't worth squat. But having your tampon seen by somebody, Jiminy Christmas, I mean, shocker, right? I mean, what teenage boy is going to go, holy Shazam, there's a tampon in that backpack? Anyway, there was this video from, if you saw him speaking at the rally, he was he looked like a little dictator. He is, I know I get wound up sometimes, and I pound this console, and I get mad, and I wag my finger. I get my Bill Clinton lips pursed, and I point my finger, and I go on a tirade. Well, he was on a tirade, except when he got done, he gave almost a Sikh Isle gesture with his arm and his hand, or a Black Panther, Black Power sign or something. But someone took and I don't know whether it was Hitler or Mussolini. It doesn't make any difference. They took some foreign dictator like a Hitler or a Mussolini in one of their fiery speeches, and they superimposed that audio over him giving this speech. And if you didn't pay any attention to the lips or anything, it was like really funny. And then at the end, it must have been Hitler, because at the end it was "See Kyle," and just as he thrusts his hands in the air, you hear the crowd chant "See Kyle," and it's just hilarious. I'm sorry, I find it funny. When you, and I speak from experience, when you put yourself in the public eye, either by choice or otherwise, you become fair game. And I don't care whether you're 17 years old or you're 87 years old. In the media hyped world that we live in, where everything is recorded, everything is videotaped, everybody's got a camera, everybody's got a recorder. I mean, everywhere you go, all the same thing. He's going to have to grow some cojones if he's going to keep doing this. He has applied, you may recall that he was living in California or something, and then went back to Florida for school. He said that 4 different campuses in the University of California university system, have now rejected his applications. University of California, Los Angeles, University of California, San Diego, University of California, Santa Barbara, and UC Irvine. And I think maybe UCLA. He told TMZ, "It's not been too great for me and some of the other members of the movement." I didn't know it was a movement, but apparently it is. So for this next clip, we have to put on our tinfoil hats. Oh, this is the one, Drew, that I forgot to. I'm not going to do that one yet. I got to look at that during the break. He's been interviewed by CNN and a bunch of other people. And Brian Stetler, who is the media critic at CNN, that ought to be a fun job, right? Because how do you criticize your own media outlet day in and day out? Well, Brian Stetler doesn't. Brian Stetler, I flew to New York to be interviewed by Brian Stetler a couple of years ago. And he and I were talking on the elevator about what it means to be a media critic. And he said to me something to the effect, because he came from the New York Times. He said something, yes, this is really different for me, because at the New York Times, I'm able to sit back and I was able to write and think through everything that I said. And I just made an offhand comment to him that, well, those days are gone, because now you have to learn to think on your feet. And you have, if you're going to be a media critic, you've really got to do your show prep. You've got to spend more time doing show prep than you actually spend on the air. He spends, I think, 1 hour a day versus my 3 hours a day. So if I do a 3-hour show, I've probably done 5 or 6 hours of show prep. I'm not sure he does any show prep. And he was called to task for it by S.E. Cupp, a contributor, a fellow co-worker on CNN.
Brian, we as a business have been giving these kids a lot of coverage. All the networks have in some way or another. And as I was mentioning in the last segment with Connie Mack, gun policy is boring, right? So it doesn't get a lot of TV coverage. It shouldn't. It is boring. I understand that. But the policy is the tough part. Do you think in showing these kids so often as we all do, we're doing actually them a disservice? Because the policy is actually what's going to change this. The passion, I fear, will just sound like noise after a while, and people will tune it out.
Disservice is a strong word, but when I was interviewing David Hogg only 10 days after the massacre, there were a few times I wanted to jump in and say, let's correct that fact.
Why didn't you? Isn't that part of the job? If you're doing an interview and you are the media critic and you are interviewing someone and they state something that is just factually incorrect, shouldn't you call them out on it? Lord knows you guys call me out if I get the least, and most of the time you do it in a friendly manner, and I appreciate it. Sometimes I get these really scathing, nasty grams. You dumbass, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. Just tell me what I got wrong, and I'll check it out for myself. And if I got something wrong, I freely admit it. I want to be factual. So here he is. There were many times that I wanted to call him out, but I didn't. Why? Well, stay tuned. It gets hilarious.
This report is brought to you by Staples.
Tough drive out here. Rain showers, snow is coming down, some slush, wet roads for the drive depending upon where you're traveling. Tech Center, I-25 is stopped. Some heavy snow, slushy conditions, water on the highway, and an accident on northbound I-25 near Orchard. The toll road is a mess. Report of whiteout conditions between Jordan Road and Gartrell. Standing water slowing up C470. There's accidents on I-70 eastbound 70 Ward Road, eastbound 70 near Lowell, and a crash eastbound 36 near Cherryvale. Then forecast, cloudy skies tonight, snow showers, low around 28. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 52. Right now, 32 degrees. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHEL.
Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
It's Michael Brown from Mike Ward Infiniti, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, Fiat, and McLaren. I've known Mike and his family for decades, so when I leased a new car, you bet it was Mike Ward Infiniti, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, Fiat, and McLaren. Mike Ward, C470 in Lucent. Go see him, and remember, just drive it.
Internet providers promise small businesses a lot. Let's hear who really delivers more. Comcast Business offers fast gig speeds across our network. CenturyLink doesn't. We offer more complete reliability with up to 8 hours of 4G wireless network backup to keep your business connected. CenturyLink, not so much. We offer 35 voice features that businesses care about and solutions that grow with your business so you never miss a call. CenturyLink? No way. Clearly, Comcast Business gives you more. Call 1-800-501-6000 to get internet on our reliable gig speed network. Plus, you can add voice and TV for $34.90 more per month.
Offer ends 5/21/18. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Limited to one voice line and basic TV on one outlet. Requires Comcast Business Internet at additional monthly charge. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Connection pro restrictions apply. Minimum term agreement required. Call for details.
Get a licensed plumber or HVAC tech in your home for just $39. Yes, you now have a safe, complete, and predictable way to find out what's wrong. Just $39, no matter what it takes. Offered only by Fix It 24/7. Better yet, if you have them do any of the needed repairs, that diagnostic fee is waived with upfront pricing before work begins. And you won't find anyone doing as much work for a lower price anywhere. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call now, just $39 for a licensed plumber or HVAC tech. 720-526-3939. I've known the owner of Fix It 24/7 for more than 30 years. See why he has the fastest growing home services company in Colorado. Experienced, background checked, and drug screened techs, providing the best services for the price anywhere. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. 526-3939.
Hi, this is Dave Logan for Dr. Fix-It, the only plumbing company that I personally endorse. I love this company because they're locally owned and operated and have been since 1979. In addition, they're A-plus members of the BBB and top rated with Google, Yelp, and Yahoo. Dr. Fix-It can handle just about any plumbing issue you have. But if you call today, they'll get you $300 off a new water heater. Call Dr. Fix-It today at 303-933-1550 or go to calldrfixit.com.
You've been lied to. Lied to by corrupt Washington politicians and the Wall Street propaganda machine. Hi, I'm Inc. magazine best-selling author Brett Kitchen, and I want to give you a free copy of my brand new book, Wealth Beyond Wall Street, because we all know another market crash could be right around the corner. After losing 35% in my IRA in the crash years ago, I said enough, and since then I discovered a way to grow money potentially double digits, reduce taxes dramatically, and also have my money protected when the next stock market crash hits. When the next market crash hits, you lose nothing. Call Wealth Beyond Wall Street now to get your free copy and talk with a specialist to discover this little-known strategy to get potential double-digit growth during good years and never lose when the next stock market crash hits, all while building a tax-advantaged retirement. Call 800-493-1717 to discover this asset that people like Walt Disney and JCPenney use to grow wealthy. Plus, get one of just 97 free books left. We even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call 800-493-1717. 800-493-1717. That's 1-800-493-1717.
The real estate market is hot, so you think any broker will do? Never. I'm Tom Martino. Now more than ever, you need the skill and experience of Frank Duran, the real estate man, part of RE/MAX Alliance. He's so confident that he can sell your home for more money in less time than the others, he'll give you a guarantee. If at any time you're unhappy, just say the word and you're out of the contract with no obligation. 303-920-1622. 920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
When the need for senior care arises, there's no place like home. Your loved ones should never have to give up living at home. Visiting Angels will provide home care for your mom or dad at home up to 24 hours per day, including personal care, meals, and light housework. You'll select your professional caregiver with Visiting Angels. Look up visitingangels.com or call 877-374-LIVE. That's 877-374-LIVE. Franchises are available. Visiting Angels, America's choice in senior home care.
At CVS Pharmacy at Target, we put a little extra heart into everything we do, like actively looking to save you money. Generics, 90-day refills, even rewards. Get a $5 Target coupon for every 10 prescriptions. On your next Target run, stop by CVS Pharmacy. We're the place with the big heart. Not valid on all prescriptions, including those purchased in Arkansas, New Jersey, or New York. Other restrictions apply. See cvs.com/extracare-target or the pharmacy for details. CVS Pharmacy at Target. Health is everything.
Tom Martino, the troubleshooter. Tomorrow morning at 10.
Consumer problems, questions, and complaints. We'll battle them for you. Give me a call coming up tomorrow at 10.
Troubleshooter Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Another good call. Man, you're actually paying attention today.
It's a stretch.
Well, it is. Well, when I say you are paying attention today, I mean that in the most de minimis sense of the term or phrase that you can imagine.
Okay, yeah.
Because I know you're not actually paying attention. It just means that you kind of heard something in the back of your head rambling around back there, and you thought, oh, I think this might be applicable for bumper music, so you played it.
Yeah, it's fair.
I don't actually mean that you were listening. If I would have said you were actually listening, but you were kind of paying attention. When's Angie back?
Not soon enough.
I thought I saw her over on the YouTubes earlier.
She was earlier.
What'd she do? Sneak in, sneak out? A drive-by shooting or something?
Yeah, she got sick of your crap too.
She's gone and she gets sick of my crap. Can you imagine how bad it's going to be when she gets back? The least little thing I do, I mean, I'm going to just get my knees cut off probably at least 20 times a day.
Easily.
Oh, God.
I'm nice to you by comparison.
She'll be unbearable.
Yeah.
She'll be all tough and thinking she's Mrs. No and slap me around. And
she won't be wrong either.
You're going to miss me when I'm gone.
That is also true.
No, actually, you're going to miss me when you're gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I ain't going anywhere. And you know what? I may just come in when you're doing what you normally do and just sit back there and just, how you doing?
You will. You will totally just rub it in.
I'll just rub it in like crazy.
Yes, you will.
Hey, Drew, how often has anybody talked to you on air?
I hate you. I really do.
I bring out the best in everybody. I have a knack for bringing out the best in everyone. Like Angie's had to go off for like 6 weeks for therapy or something. You think the Betty Ford? I think it's the Betty Ford Clinic, don't you? See, you're not even going to touch it, are you? You're not even going to touch it.
I'm leaving that alone. I'm leaving that alone. Dig your own grave, my friend. Dig your own grave.
Oh, she sent me an email about something the other day, and I made some smart aleck comment, and I've got binders of HR violations on you that are thicker than Mitt Romney's binders of women. You don't know what that reference is, do you?
No, I don't, but now I'm curious.
2012, when Romney was running against, what was that guy's name? Was president for 8 years?
Barack?
Oh, yeah, Barack.
Yeah, that guy.
When he was running against Barack, Romney made some reference to people that he hired for his staff, and that he had binders of women, meaning he had binders of women potential employees. I guess he had binders of, I don't know, black people and females and Hispanics and white guys and stuff. I don't know.
Huh.
And then, of course, the media picked it up and they ran with it, and oh, what a dirtbag, referring to binders of women. Well, Angie has binders of HR violations. Yep. Back to Brian Stetler. So S.E. Cupp has called him out for, wait a minute, aren't we supposed to actually be a news organization? And even though these kids may be traumatized, which, quite frankly, I'm not sure that some of them are, they have chosen to make themselves public figures. Nobody forced them to do it. Nobody dragged them into a studio. They did it willingly.
Disservice is a strong word, but when I was interviewing David Hogg only 10 days after the massacre, there were a few times I wanted to jump in and say, let's correct that fact.
That's so interesting.
Let's make sure we're more. And one of the times I did. And
now listen, he's going to give an example of one of the times that he actually corrected David Hogg. This is freaking hilarious. He's trying to justify, oh yeah, there were many times that I wanted to correct the fact, but I just couldn't do it because this poor little boy was traumatized. But let me give you an example. I corrected his little ass one time. Ooh.
And say, let's correct that fact.
That's so interesting.
Let's make sure we're more. And one of the times I did, and other times I did not. And there's always that balance.
Yes,
how many
it's a
times
very
you're going to
tricky
interrupt?
thing because this is a victim on one hand who is entitled to his own emotional response.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as news people, when we hear something demonstrably untrue,
right,
you want to go in and say,
when he called Dana
right.
Lash, the NRA CEO, interrupted and corrected that.
Oh, when little David Hogg referred to Dana Lash, who is the NRA spokeswoman, as the NRA CEO, why, I jumped in and I corrected him. I showed him that I was a fact checker, and that was factually incorrect. Now, everything else he spewed that was factually incorrect, we let slip by because all of his other inaccuracies, well, that fit our political agenda.
But there are other times when I think all of us can agree. Any of these students, any of these parents, we want everybody to be as well informed as we can about the contours of this debate.
We want everyone to be as well informed as they possibly can, but you can't depend upon CNN to do that because we're never going to challenge them. We're just going to hope that the people we bring on fit our agenda, and we're going to ask them open-ended questions and just let her rip. And no matter how many factual inaccuracies they spew out of their stupid little mouths, we're going to let it fly. Because what's more important, the narrative, the agenda, or facts?
I think we have to recognize where David Hogg and Emma Gonzalez are coming from. There has been this increase in the lethality of mass shootings in recent years in this country.
Factually incorrect. Even they can't get the facts right.
The so-called top 10 list of horrors is very, very ugly and very recent. And so I can see where these students are coming from, saying this is getting worse. It's not just that...
It's not getting worse.
There are 90-something people that die a day of...
Wait a minute. 90... He's getting ready to do the equivalent of 97% of scientists agree in man-made anthropogenic climate change. He's getting ready to cite the accurate but wholly out of context fact about...
Just that there are 90-something people that die a day from guns, mostly from suicides. It's that the mass shootings are getting worse. And I do think they are trying to raise awareness of that.
Show me where the mass shootings are getting worse. At least he tried to point out, yeah, there's 90 people that die per day. Most of those are suicide. Yeah. Someone who is bent on suicide, I hope you've never had to deal with them. But they'll find a way to do it.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
From the Fox Business Network. The U.S. economy growing more than expected, and you can thank strong consumer spending for it. The government saying the nation's gross domestic product expanded by 2.9% during the last 3 months of the year. That was up from the previous estimate. Now, the good economic news, though, not helping stocks. The Dow seeing another wild swing before closing basically flat. The NASDAQ, S&P 500 dropping slightly. And a big honor for Honda. Kelley Blue Book naming the automaker the best overall brand in 2018. The Accord, CR-V, and Civic all getting high praise for quality and reliability. And forget the bride or the groom, the wedding guests might get cold feet after hearing this. According to Bankrate.com, the average cost for a member of the bridal party is $728. And for close friends and family members, try $627. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Neil Cavuto.
Progressive presents Mindfulness with Flow.
You're out on the open road. The hum of your motorcycle's exhaust pipe and the money you saved with Progressive bring you peace. At the end of the road is a dream catcher, which you take because you're having a lot of nightmares about unfinished puzzles.
Discover serenity. Protect your bike with Progressive. Annual policies starting at $75. Visit Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. $75 per year premium excludes state fees and taxes and is not available in all states.
This report is brought to you by Staples.
Tough drive out here. The weather is really causing problems, ranging from heavy snow, whiteout conditions, to some heavy rain. There's slush on some of these roadways, standing water, a lot of splashback, and very heavy highways. So just take your time. I-25 backs up in the tech center, dealing with that crash northbound I-25 at Orchard, downtown northbound at Park Avenue. Eastbound I-70 at Ward Road. That's an accident. Eastbound 70 at Lowell and eastbound 36 at Cherryvale. Don't be late because of the weather with the Total Traffic app powered by Traffic Karma. Then with forecast, cloudy skies, snow showers tonight, low around 28. Tomorrow, sunny skies, the high near 52. Right now, 32 degrees. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHOW.
Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
Hey, it's Michael Brown here. You know, in this crazy housing market, you find a house that you want and then, you know what? Multiple offers all in one day on the same house. So instead of buying an existing house, you can have a brand new custom-built home from the Hall Company. Now, I know you hear custom-built and you think expensive, but whether you're looking for 1,500 square feet or 15,000 square feet, the Hall Company will help you find your ideal piece of land, design the home with you, and then build it. You get what you want, not what somebody else had. The Hall Company can even help you find the land if you want to build the house yourself. And of course, they can help you secure financing. So instead of getting what somebody else liked, get a home that's just what you want. Check out their work at denvercustomhomebuilder.biz. That's denvercustomhomebuilder.biz. Or do this. Call Dave Hall, the owner. He actually answers his phone, and he'll answer your questions. Call or text him at 303-669-0531. That's 303-669-0531, and just have a conversation about the dream home that you've always wanted.
Hi, it's Dave Logan. You know, I met with the folks over at Online Trading Academy, and if you're looking to change your career path, I would suggest you go check these guys out. Stop chasing a paycheck and start chasing your dreams. They'll teach you a highly precise, patented method of trading the market from anywhere you want to be. Sign up for the Online Trading Academy's full half-day class this week. Classes are limited and fill up fast. Online Trading Academy, the only financial educator I personally endorse. Reserve your free class by calling 303-547-3588 or tradingacademy.com.
Do you have a sinking concrete problem? Denver and the Front Range are notorious for settling concrete. I'm Brian with Advanced Mud Jacking. We have the solution to your settling concrete issues. Our time-tested procedure lifts and stabilizes. Our process with sand and cement is non-toxic, no scary chemicals, and it lasts. Call Advanced Mud Jacking at 303-424-9441. From Castle Rock to Longmont, Advanced Mud Jacking is the leader in concrete lifting and stabilization. Call Advanced Mud Jacking at 303-424-9441 or send me a note, advancedmudjacking@yahoo.com.
Do you know what I want in an auto repair shop? Honesty, integrity, knowledge, and experience. I also like convenient locations. That's why I love Sheridan Auto Tech. All of those ingredients go into Sheridan. They're located conveniently in Lakewood, on Colfax just west of Wadsworth, and in Aurora on Havana just south of 6th Avenue. The repair shop I know and trust, and you can too. 303-455-7242. That's 303-455-7242. Sheridan Auto Tech.
After a rough day on the range, a fella can get a bit saddle sore. That's why I use Blue Emu Original Super Strength Cream. It works fast and penetrates deep to soothe my tired muscles and joints.
And he don't stink.
And I'll tell you one thing, I had no idea this stuff was so darn handy.
Blue Emu Original Super Strength Cream. Available at all major retailers. It works fast for long-lasting soothing of tired muscles and joints.
And you won't stink.
A good night's sleep starts with the right pillow. That's where MyPillow comes in, and we're excited to announce the new 4-pack special. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the 4-pack special tab, and save 50% off the 4-pack, which includes 2 MyPillow premiums and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. Use promo code SKY at checkout or call 1-800-635-1825. That's 1-800-635-1825. Or go to MyPillow.com, click the 4-pack special tab, and use promo code SKY at checkout.
Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
Okay, I found it. You'll need your tinfoil hat for this, for the next couple of minutes. CBS News is, or maybe they've already produced it and maybe they've already aired it. I don't know. But over the weekend, someone brought to my attention this YouTube. By the way, youtube.com/Michael Brown Today. Subscribe. You get 1,000 bolivars for subscribing today. They pointed out that in this segment of this CBS News report in which they were talking to some of the spokes kids, whatever you call them, the rugrats, the troublemakers, the ones that don't know what they're talking about and they're talking about it all the time. Apparently David Hogg, who has become the face of these student survivors, and I think incorrectly so, because there is a David Hogg alternative, I don't remember his name and I apologize, who is pro-gun, pro-Second Amendment, and is actually opposed to what his fellow students are doing. But he never gets any airtime because it doesn't fit the narrative. Instead, everybody's focused on these little twerps that think they understand the Constitution and they understand public policy, they understand natural law, natural rights. They don't understand any of that. The same kid that wants to take away your right to self-defense and your right to an AR-15 or any sort of semi-automatic firearm is the same kid that's whining about his school wanting to inspect backpacks. Well, in this short, I mean, it was, and I forgot to give Drew the timestamp, so Drew did what he was supposed to do, and he put the entire thing in. Well, during the break, I finally found the short, 18 seconds, in which David Hogg admits he wasn't at the school the day the shooting occurred. He was 3 miles away. Now, I'm not going to buy into the conspiracy theories about how did he hear gunshots 3 miles away, particularly since the gunshots were taking place inside what appeared to be a stand-up concrete building, or maybe even thicker walls than that. I'm not sure. I'm not going to get into that because I think that's immaterial. What I find fascinating instead is that he's claiming to be traumatized by this event. He wasn't there. And in fact, when you hear what he says, he got on his bike, he rode as fast as he could, the 3 miles. But then I want you to hear why he went to the school. He'll make a great CNN reporter someday.
On the day of the shooting, I got my camera and got on my bike and rode as fast as I could 3 miles from my house to the school to get as much video and get on as many interviews as I could, because I knew that this could not be another mass shooting.
Wait a minute. You what?
On the day of the shooting, I got my camera and got on my bike and rode as fast as I could 3 miles from my house to the school.
He rode as fast as he could 3 miles to his house because
school to get as much video and get on as many interviews as I could, because I knew that this could not be another mass shooting.
Well, if you knew it wasn't going to be, or it couldn't be another mass shooting, I truly am trying to comprehend the verbiage coming out of his mouth. I got on my bike, I rode as fast as I could, the 3 miles, to get as much video and as many interviews as possible, because I knew this couldn't be another mass shooting. Now, is he saying that and saying it in some sort of irony, that he knew it was a mass shooting, and so he wanted to get as much video and photos and interviews as possible? I tend to think that's what he meant. I want to believe that's what he meant. But I also admit, I find it a little creepy that you get on your bike and you ride 3 miles, not because you are concerned about your fellow students, not because you're concerned about your favorite teacher, not because you're concerned about your favorite custodian, not because you're concerned about a person, a teaching assistant, whatever. You want to get there to get as many interviews and videos and photos as possible, because you actually think it was a mass shooting. And now Brian Stetler wants to treat this kid with kid gloves because he might be traumatized? Brian Stetler, you are a disgrace to journalism for not asking him, why did you go? If you thought there was danger, why did you go? Why did you not express to CBS News when they asked you and you had the opportunity to express the sadness over the death of your fellow students, or your concern about teachers or faculty, staff, or anybody else. No, you went writing as fast as you could to get as many photos and videos and interviews because you saw an opportunity. I think Brian Stetler and CBS News let that just hang there because it's quite disturbing. At least it is to me. I know if my son, at that age, obviously not now, but if my son had been involved or attended a school where there had been a shooting, and he had gotten on his bike and ridden as fast as he could to get there, if he had told me he did that out of concern for his friends, that he wanted to be there to help his friends, that he wanted to be there to help them, to console them, to do, I can live with that. I get that. I get that bond that these high school kids have. If he had told me, though, instead, no, I wanted to get there, Dad, because I wanted to get as many interviews and photos and videos as possible because I wanted to be the spokesman for this event, I'd say, well, son, you've got your priorities really screwed up. Really, really, really screwed up. Take your tinfoil hat off now. I don't think there's anything else to read into it except that. This kid is a sociopath. He's not a killer in that sociopath sense. He's a sociopath in the sense that his main concern was himself, to become the center of attention.
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning Traffic Center.
Metro highways are a mess, and it is a rough drive as well in the high country. Snow and slick roads. I-70 is shut down west of the Eisenhower Tunnel. Too many problems. Here in the metro area, snow showers, there's some rain, some sleet, depending upon where you're traveling. Jam-packed highways. Just take your time and be careful. Rough out in the Morrison Drive. New accidents on eastbound C470 after Alameda. Port of Standing Water, C470 Hollins Ranch Drive. Out on the west end, there's accidents. Eastbound 70 at Ward Road, eastbound 70 at Lowell. Denver's forecast, cloudy skies tonight, snow showers, low around 28. Tomorrow will be sunny with a high near 52. Right now, 32 degrees. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
This report is brought to you by Staples. Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
Michael Brown here for a great opportunity to reduce your reliance on energy companies. I want you to get to know Zoetic NRG. You know, a few years ago, I would not have endorsed a solar company, but today, Zoetic NRG has changed the business model. They've introduced a plan that includes a no money down option and converts what was once a liability into an asset. Like me, you may have had preconceived notions about solar energy. So let's dispel those. Today's solar panels and today's solar business is not what it used to be, which is why I endorse Zoetic NRG. One of my listeners recently bought a Zoetic NRG system and wrote to tell me just how happy they were with this solar project. Plus, when they put solar panels on your roof, they're going to insulate your attic and put in a smart home thermostat for free, saving you even more money. Call Zoetic NRG today at 888-637-4447. That's 888-637-4447 for a free quote. And when you call them, tell them Michael Brown sent you.
Who else wants to discover how to invest in cash-flowing apartments without dealing with a single tenant? Join us for a fast start, 2-hour free training event and discover a proven system created by a landscaper who went from mowing lawns to controlling over 8,000 units. You'll discover how to safely invest in apartments using little or none of your own money. How to create a monthly passive income stream that'll allow you to retire in as little as 3 to 5 years. RE Mentor, the experts in apartment investing education for over 15 years, will be in the Denver area sharing this unique system. Be one of the first 30 callers now to get your seat at this class free. Call 888-907-2588. Investing in apartments requires little money down and low risk if trained properly. Learn the secrets from the experts at RE Mentor in just 2 hours. Call 888-907-2588 and become one of the first 30 callers at 888-907-2588. You have nothing to lose and a legacy to gain. So call 888-907-2588.
Are you looking for an employment opportunity? I am so thankful for our wonderful customers and employees because our company has grown dramatically over the last several years. Hi, I'm Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens, Baths, Windows, and Doors. Our growth compels me to speak to all you very talented carpenters and fabricators and tilers and bath installers about an opportunity. We need you. Susan and I started Done Right in our little garage well over 30 years ago, and we are blessed to have become a very significant Colorado home remodeling enterprise. How? Pretty simple. Our company culture says hire top-notch people, treat customers and employees as we'd like to be treated, provide good service, never ever lie, provide a quality customer experience, and know that truly what goes around comes around. If you are a quality person, a talented and experienced craftsman, can pass a drug test and background check, and most importantly, want a long-term employee relationship with good pay and benefits, plenty of year-round work, and opportunity for advancement, well then, we want to talk to you. 303-722-2295, 722-2295.
Chevrolet's current tagline is Find New Roads. Well, Purefoy Chevrolet is just up the road in Fort Lupton with a 57-year-old heritage of exceptional customer satisfaction in both sales and service. Heck, we're the biggest Chevy dealer in Fort Lupton. PurefoyChevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Have you heard of the thousands of people earning money with a second home? Companies like Airbnb and VRBO, they've created a whole new world for people to tap into in the multi-billion-dollar industry of renting. Now, if a second home purchase hasn't crossed your mind, maybe it should, because after you make sure that your area's ordinances permit it, you can easily make a couple $1,000s more each month by renting out your second home, either as a long-term lease or as a vacation property. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky for my friends at American Financing. Real estate has consistently been a great investment, and qualifying for a second home may be easier than you think. Interest rates remain low, and you can put as little as 10% down. That's right, just 10% down. A second home could be more consistent than stocks, but don't just take my word for it. Talk to the salary-based mortgage consultants at American Financing. They're at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate. Americans are always on the move. They're in their car or at the office or working around the house. Americans refuse to sit still. So how do you connect with all those moving targets? Easy. With radio. Radio reaches 93% of Americans every week. More than Google, Facebook, and even television. But hey, who has time to sit and watch TV? So when you want to connect with all those constantly moving adults, teens, and millennials, get to iHeartMedia.com and put AM/FM radio to work for your company.
Never worry about breakdowns with Pro Auto Care. You'll have total peace of mind knowing you'll never be stranded because Pro Auto Care offers free roadside assistance for each and every customer. When Pro Auto Care services your car, you get a free 36,000-mile warranty complete with roadside assistance. All makes and models, expert techs, 25 years in business, 2 locations, Denver and Littleton. 303-PRO-AUTO, that's 303-PRO-AUTO, or online at 303proauto.com.
Tax time means you might be getting a refund. But why not get a little more? It's the 16K a day giveaway. Listen for your shot at $1,000 every hour at 5 after the hour. Weekdays, 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. on 630 KHOW. Brought to you by The Hall Company. If you want a brand new custom home, you need The Hall Company. Whether you want a 1,500 square foot home or 15,000 square feet, The Hall Company will help you buy the land, design the home, and build it. Visit them at denvercustomhomebuilder.biz.
Well, I got to make a correction. Apparently, the CBS story that I just ran, let me just play it again so you'll have context. This is exactly how CBS presented it on their website. In fact, I was so taken aback by what you just heard in the last segment that I did a double check to make certain that I wasn't being spoofed by a fake CBS news site. And it wasn't. It was CBS News on YouTube. And when I clicked on the link, it took me back to the CBS News page. And the links were, that video was there among all the other videos. So here is the soundbite that I played last segment.
On the day of the shooting, I got my camera and got on my bike and rode as fast as I could 3 miles from my house to the school to get as much video and get on as many interviews as I could, because I knew that this could not be another mass shooting.
So apparently CBS included that without context. And according to about 4 emails I've gotten now, it appears that the problem was that CBS included that quote without context, and that actually Hogg was at the school, and I'm not sure this changes my opinion, but that he was at the school, went home during the evacuation, got on his bike, and rode back with his cameras so he could do the interviews. So there's the context of that soundbite from CBS News. I don't know that it changes my perception of David Hogg. I really don't. Here is, if you understand trauma, if you understand what happens when people go through a very traumatic event, most of the time they're seeking solace. They're seeking comfort, and people do it in different ways. I freely admit that. But to run back, to ride your bike back as fast as you can, to get as many interviews and pictures and photos of the crime scene that you can, leads me to believe that he was not traumatized. How many, just statistically speaking, how many of the 1,000 students or whatever the number was at that school that were evacuated that day, how many of the others took that kind of action to go back to where cops still had the crime scene tape up, you didn't have access to the school, but you wanted to interview people who were traumatized? If you yourself are traumatized, I'm not sure that you can actually go interview others. That's the equivalent of what I make fun of whenever local news stations will go to a crime scene. Some poor family's lost a loved one to a drunk driver or to a drive-by shooting, road rage, or whatever it might be. And what does local media do? And I'm not just picking on Denver. I'm talking about every local media, from the biggest media market in the world, New York City, Los Angeles, to little old Denver, to other places. They run and they try to find, first, family members. Oh, can we get a crying, upset, bawling their eyes out family member to put on TV? And if we can't find that, surely we can find a neighbor, or surely we can find, somebody that's a relative, that's a fifth cousin that can sit down and tell us about, oh yeah, he's a really good guy and we're really upset about it. Ugh. Drew, I need a break. And I'm in a good mood today too.
Still are, all things considered.
I know, I'm still in a good mood. I got people on Twitter telling me that they're not going to listen anymore, that they're going to listen to some other station because we're only paying 2 cents. I mean, I guess that proves that they're whores, and if I offered 4 cents, they'd do it for 4. They'd stay and listen for 4 cents. They just won't do it for 2 cents. 2 Oregon men under the age of 21 have lodged formal complaints with state authorities in Oregon after Bi-Mart and Fred Meyer stopped selling ammo and rifles to people under the age of 21. You ever been in a Bi-Mart?
No.
You know where my mind went? I'm sorry. A Bi-Mart? As in buy? I mean, when someone says to me buy, not B-U-Y, but B-I, where does your brain go? I mean, in the world, in today's world, where does your brain go? To bisexual. So when I saw this, I'm sorry, the Buy Mart?
Maybe you just have a messed up brain. Mine didn't go there at all.
It is messed up. Totally messed up. I'm trying to be woke. I'm trying to get with all of the genders. I'm trying to get with all of the, who does what with whom. I'm trying to understand all of it. And so when I see Buy Mart, I didn't realize that you could go into a Buy Mart and buy ammo. Maybe I'll check that out.
We got to start spending time on the good news of the day.
Good news. Weekdays at 1.
We often forget.
With Sean Hannity.
About how great things have gotten. And how good things can be.
On 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station.
Need a new roof? Call Excel Roofing at 303-761-6400.
Michael Brown here. Let's you and I take a trip to Alaska together. I'm teaming up with Holiday Vacations for an inside passage cruise and tour of all the great sights in Alaska. A 12-day excursion hosted by me is a great opportunity to see the best of Alaska in a small group setting. Call Holiday Travel at 800-826-2266, keyword Denver. Let's go to Alaska. 800-826-2266, keyword Denver, or holidayvacations.com, keyword Denver.
This report is brought to you by Staples.
Rain and snow likely tonight, a low of 27. Mostly sunny tomorrow, a high of 52. 62 and partly sunny on Friday. Partly sunny and 60 degrees on Saturday.
Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
This is your station for the 16K a day giveaway. Coming up at 5 after the hour on KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station.
President Trump making more changes. I'm Rich Dennison, Fox News. The president taking to Twitter tonight to announce a shakeup at the Department of Veterans Affairs.
Veterans Affairs Secretary David Shulkin has been let go by President Trump following weeks of questions about travel expenses and criticism about mismanagement. In a pair of tweets, President Trump announced he'll nominate White House physician Admiral Ronnie Jackson as the next VA secretary. During the confirmation process, Robert Wilkie, an Undersecretary of Defense, will lead the department. In those tweets, the president thanks Shulkin for his service to the country and the great veterans.
Fox's Jared Halpern in Washington. The White House continues blaming Democrats for failing to act on DACA, the program protecting illegal immigrants brought into the country as children from deportation.
We'd love to come up with a long-term solution. If Democrats decide to show up for work and be part of that process, we'd love to do that.
The White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders, the Trump administration issued the order to end the DACA program. A federal judge okays 9/11 lawsuits against several Saudi Arabian entities to move forward.
The lawsuits were filed against the Arab nations' banks for allegedly funding the attack on the former World Trade Center Twin Towers. Nearly 3,000 victims died in the attack. Plaintiffs also said during oral arguments back in January that the entities provided material support to then al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. 15 of the 19 9/11 hijackers were Saudi citizens. The suit is in large part a result of a federal law passed 2 years ago. The Justice Against Sponsors of Terrorism Act limits the immunity of nations deemed complicit in acts of terror. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
No verdict tonight in the trial of Noor Sullivan, the woman accused of helping her husband, Omar Mateen, plan a deadly attack at an Orlando nightclub that killed 49 people. Mateen was killed by police. Fox News. Fair and balanced.
I'm having that 6:59 feeling again.
What?
You know, that mini panic attack right before the workday starts when you're sure you've forgotten something?
Nope, that's my favorite time of day. I work with Cintas, so I always know we're ready for the workday. They handle our uniforms, fire extinguishers, first aid, safety training, floor mats, and restroom supplies.
I think I need to call Cintas.
They might just make a morning person out of you.
Oh, I'm ready! Learn how Cintas can help you get ready for the workday. Visit Cintas.com.
Buying a new tractor? You owe it to yourself to visit your LS Tractor dealer. LS Tractors give you a lot more tractor for less money compared to other brands. For starters, LS Tractor comes with more select features as standard equipment. They make operating your tractor easier with better performance to get more work done quicker. Compare and you'll know who gives you more tractor for your money. LS Tractor. Excel in your field. Learn more at lstractorusa.com.
Visit Legacy Tractor Sales in Fort Collins and get more tractor.
KHOW News Time, 6:03. I'm Kathy Walker. A woman in Longmont left the doors on her house unlocked as she stepped out for a minute last Friday. When she returned, she found people taking things out of her home.
A lot of people were in there. My neighbor said hundreds went in and out of getting things from the house.
Mary Andrews tells CBS 4 people were responding to an estate sale ad that was actually a few doors down. Somehow the rumor got started that everything in her house was free for the taking. She tells CBS 4 she even argued with some people who had their car in her driveway loaded with items from her home. As a church in Thornton recovers from tens of thousands of dollars in damage caused by vandals, there's word that 3 15-year-olds have been arrested in connection with the Monday night ransacking. The Destiny Outreach Ministries says thanks to donations and volunteers, it will be able to recover in time to hold Good Friday and Easter services. When a pastor responded to the alarm on Monday night, he saw 3 teens running away from the church. That's the latest. I'm Kathy Walker.
This report is brought to you by Staples.
Snow showers for the drive, wet roads, some standing water, splashback, heavy highways. Out in the high country, it is a mess with some heavy snow, icy conditions. Eastbound 70 shut down at Vail Pass, also closed past Copper Mountain because of accidents. There's trouble on the highways. Eastbound 70 is at a standstill. Big accident eastbound 70 at Havana in that left lane. Single digits from Steel Vasquez. Out in the Morrison area, crash on eastbound C470 after Alameda. Also eastbound 70 at Ward Road. Then with forecast, snow showers overnight tonight. Not much accumulation, low around 28. Tomorrow will be sunny with a high near 52. Right now, 32. For the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHOW.
Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
Your shot at $1,000 right now. Text the keyword BILLS to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's BILLS to 200-200.
Hey, Mikey.
It's Michael Brown.
You can try to find Michael Brown. Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
This is the Michael Brown Show.
Hold on tight to your dream. Yeah. Hold on tight.
So Drew just sent me a story on the NBC News website that apparently today in the trial of the Orlando nightclub shooter's wife, Noor Salman, it was revealed that Omar Mateen, that his original target was Disneyland. That he had scoped, not Disneyland, Disney World. That he had scoped it out, that he was planning to hide a gun in a stroller, but, just straight from NBC News, but became spooked by police and instead chose the gay club as his target, according to prosecutors today. They revealed the details during their closing arguments in the trial of his wife. Can you imagine? Now, I guess there's 2 things. I casually mentioned earlier about concealed carrying in New York City. And this is a good segue into something that I've kind of been wanting to try most of the week. He was deterred by the presence of a gun. That's all it took. That's all it took for him to instead take his weapons to a place where there were no guns and commit his mass shooting there. I think where we lose the argument with those on the left that want to take away guns, that want to restrict guns, that think that gun-free zones and all this other crap works, is they don't understand what I've tried to explain 1,000 times, and maybe you get it, and maybe you don't. I know some people don't get it because I've gotten the tweets or the emails from some of the libs that listen to the show. And I'll give an example. And this would be one of the examples I would use of where good guys with guns are able to stop bad guys with guns. Now, obviously, they didn't stop the subsequent shooting in the gay nightclub, but they stopped what would have been a horrific massacre at Disney World, simply because of the presence of security guards and cops with guns. The left doesn't understand this. I've used the example of the graph, that the likelihood of you or me being burgled, mugged, gangbangers shooting us, all of those events are statistically very, very low in ever happening to any single one of us. But the consequences, even though it's very unlikely, highly unlikely, that our house will be burglarized tonight, that a couple of gangbangers, a couple of meth heads, a couple of thugs, whatever, are going to kick in our front door and try to steal our property and do physical harm to us. The likelihood of that happening tonight is statistically almost zero. But the consequences, if they do, the consequences is off the chart. Because I will be required to pull a weapon from a bedside drawer, or next to me if I'm sitting in the den, we're watching television, or we're eating dinner, or whatever else. And I will have to, depending on the circumstances, pull my weapon and possibly kill someone in order to protect me and my family and our property. And I don't think people on the left understand that I'm not willing, even though the likelihood of that happening is very low, I'm not willing to take the chance because the consequences are so high. I'm making what I believe to be not just a lawful decision, but a rational decision that says I'm going to take it upon myself. Gosh, imagine that. I'm going to take personal responsibility for the welfare of me, my wife, and whoever else happens to be in our home at that time. Let's go to two examples that might clarify this for those that are of the left, or maybe you're just you're a conservative. I don't understand it, but you may be a conservative, but you're afraid of guns, you don't like guns, you don't want to be around guns, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm talking to you two. I can't tell you how many times that I have been in places like Los Angeles or New York, places where I cannot lawfully conceal carry. And I feel naked. I truly feel naked when I don't have a weapon with me. And I don't carry it looking for trouble. I carry it to avoid trouble. And I can think of two instances where, because I wasn't able to conceal carry in either one of those cities, that I was very uncomfortable, but fortunately was able to remove myself out of the situation. One was at a McDonald's in Midtown Manhattan. Instead of spending $100 for breakfast for one person at the hotel in Midtown, I was there for a Fox interview or something. Instead, cheapo me goes down and walks 2 blocks to a McDonald's to have breakfast because I'm a cheap ass. And I'm sitting there, and it's probably 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. And 2 troublemakers walk in, and they start harassing the workers at the counter, to the point that the workers at the counter, the McDonald's employees, back up. You know how there is the counter, and the registers are there, and then there's probably maybe 5 or 6 feet between the edge of the counter and then where they grab the burgers and the fries and all the other crap they serve. These employees were so fearful that they backed up against that apparatus, whatever it is, and stood there frozen, didn't know what to do. I'm watching this sitting in a booth probably 10 feet away, and I'm making an instant judgment that they're either going to strong-arm rob the place, or they're hiring a kite and they don't know what they're doing, or I'm about to witness an armed robbery. So I leave my stuff and I get out of the McDonald's and I cross the street, look for a cop. New York City, 7 o'clock in the morning. Can't find a cop anywhere. Can't even find a cop driving down the street. And I watch. They hassle the employees. A manager finally comes around, and a manager gets between them, and bless his heart, I mean, what a guy, right? He gets between these thugs and his employees who are now, kind of quivering back against the wall. And whatever he says to them, they leave. I know people understand it, but I felt defenseless and helpless because I didn't have my weapon with me. Did I need it? No. But if I had needed it, it wouldn't have been there.
This report is brought to you by Staples.
Tough drive continues out here. Wet roads, areas of standing water. Just take your time. Take it slow. Eastbound 70 right now is stopped. Big accident eastbound I-70 at Havana in that left lane. Single-digit speeds there from Steel Vasquez. That is a rough drive. Backing up the 270 interchange. Stop and go both sides of 270 Commerce City Drive. There's an accident eastbound 76 just after 270. That is in the left lane. A lot of slow traffic along the I-25 drive. Very heavy both directions downtown to the tech center. Then with forecast tonight, cloudy skies, snow showers, low around 28. Tomorrow will be sunny and warmer with high near 52. Right now it is 34. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
Gunsmith at Large is a unique place for gun owners and enthusiasts like you and me. Now, whether it's routine maintenance, customization of your favorite handgun, rifle, or shotgun, Gunsmith at Large is the place to go. And when I say customization, I'm talking about things like turning my Glock into a custom handgun with a titanium colored pistol with night sights, copper plated barrel, and a 4.5 pound trigger. Yeah, he's that good. Or a custom made 1911. You get the picture. Maybe grandpa's old rifle needs to be refurbished. Gunsmith at Large will turn that heirloom into the best gift ever for a son or grandson. And if you're like me and you've never done more than just a basic field cleaning, Gunsmith at Large will clean, inspect, oil, and test fire your weapon down to the smallest spring. Call Parker at Gunsmith at Large right now, 720-662-7156, or go by 4750 South Santa Fe in Inglewood. But whatever, call Gunsmith at Large, 720-662-7156. 720-662-7156.
Life Certain Wealth Strategies provides financial planning with a focus on forward-looking tax mitigation strategies for those in or near retirement in Colorado. Life Certain Wealth Strategies. Discover the fiduciary difference. Visit lifecertain.com today to begin your planning.
Is your garage door making weird noises? This is Dave Logan. If you're having issues with your garage door, call Don's Garage Doors, the only garage door company I personally endorse. I've used Don's Garage Doors in my home, and folks, you should too. Your garage is the entrance to your home, and you want somebody you can trust. Next time you need a garage door repair or replacement, call Don's Garage Doors at 303-738-DOOR. That's 303-738-3667, or online at donsgaragedoors.com.
Zero Res uses empowered water, a patented process that gives water superior cleaning properties. I'm astounded every time I use them. My carpets look new again. Now, enjoy Zero Res Clean for just $109 for a 3-room area for pre-treatment, cleaning, and sanitizing. 303-471-5150 or ZeroResDenver.com. I encourage you to call now. 303-471-5150.
At CVS Pharmacy at Target, we put a little extra heart into everything we do, like actively looking to save you money. Generics, 90-day refills, even rewards. Get a $5 Target coupon for every 10 prescriptions. On your next Target run, stop by CVS Pharmacy. We're the place with the big heart. Not valid on all prescriptions, including those purchased in Arkansas, New Jersey, or New York. Other restrictions apply. See cvs.com/extracare-target or the pharmacy for details. CVS Pharmacy at Target. Health is everything.
Have you still not refinanced your mortgage? Well, soon you may be kicking yourself in the head. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial, and interest rates have gone up recently and will continue to rise, but they're still at historical lows. So don't delay. Let us lower your monthly payment, consolidate a first and second, pay off other debt, or drop you into a 15-year loan with no closing costs. That's right. Nothing's rolled into your loan. We'll pay for your appraisal, title, underwriting, settlement fee, everything. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Whether it's a purchase or refinance, you'll pay no closing costs. You won't spend a dime. Think about it. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to find out how we can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year. And by the way, Westland Financial now is proud to offer reverse mortgages for our clients over 62. So call us at 888-455-3669. The only way you can lose money is not to call Westland Financial. That's 888-455-3669. 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669.
NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
If you think you have a web presence but it's not generating sales and leads for you, you're doing your business a tremendous disservice. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky, and you can fix that problem with Get Found Fast, Denver's experts in online marketing. Get in touch with Get Found Fast today, and in 10 minutes, they can do a free audit of your website, tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and let you know if they can help you turn your web presence into a true business asset. Learn more at getfoundfast.com. That's getfoundfast.com.
When the need for senior care arises, there's no place like home. Your loved ones should never have to give up living at home. Visiting Angels will provide home care for your mom or dad at home up to 24 hours per day, including personal care, meals, and light housework. You'll select your professional caregiver with Visiting Angels. Look up visitingangels.com or call 877-374-LIVE. That's 877-374-LIVE. Franchises are available. Visiting Angels, America's choice in senior home care.
Michael Brown here. Let you and I go on a trip to Alaska together. I'm teaming up with Holiday Vacations for an Inside Passage cruise and a tour of all the great sites in Alaska. It's a 12-day excursion hosted by me, and it's a great opportunity to see the best of Alaska in a small group setting. Call Holiday Travel at 800-826-2266, keyword Denver. Let's travel to Alaska. 800-826-2266, keyword Denver, or go online, holidayvacations.com, keyword Denver.
Tom Martino, the troubleshooter. Tomorrow morning at 10.
Consumer problems, questions, and complaints. We'll battle them for you. Give me a call coming up tomorrow at 10.
Troubleshooter Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Memories are just where you lay down. Drag the waters to the depths, give up their dead. What did you expect to find? Was it something you left behind? Don't you remember anything I said when I said, don't fall?
Hey, Drew.
Yes.
Who does Brian Stetler work for?
CNN, right?
Yeah. Did I not mention that I actually was in New York City being interviewed by Brian Stetler at CNN New York headquarters? riding on the elevator with him, talking about when he got his new job and how he came from the New York Times and blah, blah, blah.
I don't recall ever hearing that, but no.
Well, I did.
Today?
Yeah.
Clearly, I can't keep up either.
Well, apparently not. And did I play a separate CBS News clip about David Hogg?
You did, and you mentioned it several times. It was CBS News.
And didn't I also, in pointing out that it was CBS News, point out that it would have been appropriate for Brian Stetler at CNN to have asked David Hogg some other pertinent questions, which he failed to do?
I believe you did.
Yeah, I think so too. Have I told you lately how much Judge Napolitano, who works for Fox News.
Wait, what network was that again?
Judge Andrew Napolitano, who works for MSNBC, or maybe it's CNN. I don't know. Maybe he works for Nickelodeon.
Some network. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, right? In fact, I think it's Nickelodeon. I think Judge Napolitano does legal analysis for the Nickelodeon. Is the Nickelodeon network still around?
I think so.
You say with no conviction whatsoever?
None whatsoever.
All right. Maybe he works for PBS. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know. Never met the guy, never talked to him, never sat down in a chair with him, never did anything. Never. I don't have a clue. In fact, can you just play music? Because I don't have a clue what I'm talking about.
No music, just dead air.
I'm staring at the YouTube camera right now.
Just turn the mic off and just start staring at the YouTube. Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Bite me. No, not all of you. Him may bite me. Judge Napolitano is trying to explain to Stuart Varney. By the way, Stuart Varney, it's kind of interesting that Judge Napolitano, who works for the Nickelodeon network, is talking to Stuart Varney, who works for the BBC.
MTV?
Yes. No, he works for BBC, because when you hear Stuart Varney, he clearly has a British accent.
Clearly, yeah.
So he works for BBC.
Okay. Now, what network is Napolitano with again?
Did you know that Stuart Varney is an illegal alien?
No.
Yep. Fox News is hiring illegal aliens.
See, now I think you're being sarcastic, but I'm not totally sure. I'm mostly sure you are.
I'm just putting all this on the record so that dumbasses can pull it out and use it to show just how stupid I am. Look, Brown thinks that Napolitano works for, well, I can't even keep it straight now.
Some network, remember?
Yeah, some network. And that Stuart Varney, who's actually a friend of mine, is an illegal alien. Hired, under the table he's paid cash under the table by Fox News.
Shame
or
on you,
BBC,
Fox.
or whatever it is, yeah.
To repeat the law, the federal government can ask what it wants in order to gather information. But the only question you have to answer is how many human beings live here? Not age, not gender, not toilets, not education, not income, but how many people live here.
Look, I'm not interested in the legal...
See, you hear that British accent? That's proof positive that Stuart Varney is an illegal alien.
Somebody poked the bear. Here we
They
go.
have poked the bear, and I've just got to get through this segment because I am so PO'd I can't see straight. Sometimes just the dumbassery it just overflows. My cup runneth over with dumbassery.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. I should actually call Stuart. I should actually pull this clip out and send it to Stuart and just say, by the way, in case anybody writes you, I called you an illegal alien.
You'd be like, who's this Michael Brown guy? I don't know him.
Oh, no. Stuart, you know what? Stuart's not only read my book, Stuart loves my book. Stuart loves me.
Allegedly.
Well, he did until this segment.
To repeat the law, the federal government can ask what it wants in order to gather information. But the only question you have to answer is how many human beings live here? Not age, not gender, not toilets, not education, not income, but how many people live here.
Look, I'm not interested in the legal technicalities of which questions you have to answer and which questions you don't have to answer.
You're upset about this organized movement to protect the rights of illegals.
The rights of illegals,
right.
Yeah. What rights do they have? The right to education, food, and health, and all the rest of it. The right to my money.
I mean, that is a...
And here we go. Because these two buddies, and they are friends, Judge Napolitano's about to lay down some law.
Problem, and the case is called Doe versus Texas, where the state of Texas tried to cut out the social safety net. The Supreme Court said you can't do it. You provide school, you provide emergency services to anybody. You have to provide it to people that are here illegally.
Unfortunately, I agree with that decision. I think the decision should be narrowed. I don't necessarily believe that we owe illegal aliens education. I'm not convinced that we owe them, for example, food stamps. But as long as they're on American soil, they are entitled to police protection. They are entitled to, drive on the highways, assuming you've got an international driver's license or whatever it's required to drive in the United States, because they are on our soil. Just as if, and I know heads are exploding when I say that. I know that. But imagine you are in France or Italy. You're in the United Kingdom. Hell's bells, you're in South Africa. I don't know why, because there's a bunch of genocide going on down there, but you're in South Africa. You're entitled to police. South Africa is probably not a very good example, because even though you might be entitled to police protection, I'm not sure if you're a white guy in South Africa that you're going to get it. When you're on foreign soil, you believe, rightfully so, that the British bobbies, that the French police, that the Italian police are going to protect you as much as they protect the Italians or the Brits or the French, right? Right. Well, the same is true for people here, even if they're here illegally. Are they entitled to all the other stuff? That's where I disagree with the court's opinion.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning Traffic Center.
Tough drive out in the high country, heavy snow, slick conditions. There's been a bunch of problems. Eastbound I-70 remains shut down at Vail Pass. That is a safety closure. Snow showers here in the metro area. Some wet roads, areas of splashback, jam-ups continue on these highways. Big accident eastbound 70 at Havana. All lanes have opened up, are running stop and go from Steel Vasquez. And there's an accident eastbound 76 past 270 in that left lane. Second traffic, you might have seen it coming with the Total Traffic app powered by Traffic Karma. Denver's forecast tonight, cloudy skies, more snow showers, low around 28. Tomorrow sunny, warmer, high near 52. Right now it's 34. For the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHOW.
This report is brought to you by Staples. Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
You know, I'm a recovering lawyer, so I can speak with authority here. You know, I hope the day never comes that me or my wife are ever in a serious car accident and need a personal injury attorney. But should that day come, my expert, the guy that I would call, is John Fuller at Fuller Law. Now, John doesn't have a bunch of stupid nicknames, or 100 associates fresh out of law school. John Fuller works personally with every single one of his clients. Now, if you've had a recent accident, there's a good chance the insurance company has admitted fault or probably has even tried to make you an offer. That doesn't mean the offer is good or that they won't try to take advantage of you down the road. There's just too much at risk. If you need a personal injury attorney, you need John Fuller at Fuller Law. Call John right now at 303-597-4500 and just have a conversation. John's my expert, and it doesn't cost you a dime to talk about your case. So call John at 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500, or go online, PersonalInjuryCO.com. PersonalInjuryCO.com.
I'm an architect.
I'm a doctor.
Music producer.
I'm an accountant.
We're business owners.
When I found out that I could download big files,
really big files,
huge files,
CAD files,
X-rays, cloud files,
audio files,
zip files,
in seconds,
not minutes, in seconds,
and that all my employees,
with all their devices,
would have more than enough bandwidth.
I said, wow.
Wow.
Boom.
Sign me up.
That's a dream come true.
Introducing Gig Speed from Comcast Business. With download speeds up to 20 times faster than what most people have. Tons of bandwidth for everything your business does every day. And an affordable price. It's a small business owner's dream.
Now, I'm dreaming gig.
Really, really gig.
Comcast is building the largest gig speed network in the country. Now more small businesses in more places can dream gig. Comcast Business. Built for business. Visit dreamgig.com to learn more. Restrictions apply. May not be available in all areas. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed.
Okay, you've decided you want to replace those old drafty, nasty windows. What do you look for in a window company? I look for Heritage, a company that's been around a long time to stand behind their products, like K&H Home Solutions. In business more than 60 years. I look for stability, someone at the helm to take responsibility, like owner Ted Rowland, who I've known for more than 25 years. I look for great value, superior products at fair prices, and with K&H, you get discounts of 25% or more. I look for energy efficiency and beauty. In other words, I look to K&H Home Solutions, the first window company on my referral list at referralist.com. They did windows for me, and I've used them time and time again. You should too. Call now for special pricing. Windows, siding, doors, and more. 303-421-7100 or online at khwindows.com. That's khwindows.com.
K&H Home Solutions has what you're looking for.
Hi, I'm Chris with Cash Call Mortgage. With today's rising home values and low mortgage rates, we're doing refinances with no closing costs that let you pull out tens of thousands in cash. Use that cash to pay off high-interest credit cards, car loans, do things around the house, or anything you want.
My husband and I realized the best low-cost way to get a large chunk of cash was to take advantage of our home's value by refinancing. Chris got us a low interest rate, and we pulled $50,000 in cash out. We paid off credit cards and a few other things, and the whole process was super easy.
Cash Call Mortgage is designed to save, with great fixed rates with absolutely no closing costs. None. Your house is your bank. So make the cash call now at 855-875-CASH. That's 855-875-CASH.
First Mortgages, Impact Mortgage Corp. DBA Cash Call Mortgage, 1 City Boulevard, Orange, California, 92868. NMLS 128231. Equal housing lender, not licensed in all states, including New York. Call 855-657-9910 for licensing terms and restrictions. Not available in Washington State.
That's 855-875-CASH.
Please welcome to the stage the termite.
Thank you. Why don't termites drink coffee, you guys? Well, the caffeine turns them into jitterbugs. Yeah, why are termites so good at math? They understand logarithms.
Seriously? Termites aren't funny. $5 billion of damage each year is nothing to laugh at. Visit Orkin.com to schedule an inspection and get 15% off.
A good night's sleep starts with the right pillow. That's where MyPillow comes in, and we're excited to announce the new 4-pack special. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the 4-pack special tab, and save 50% off the 4-pack, which includes 2 MyPillow premiums and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. Use promo code SKY at checkout or call 1-800-635-1825. That's 1-800-635-1825. Or go to MyPillow.com, click the 4-pack special tab, and use promo code SKY at checkout.
630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
Drew and I were just sharing. I still maintain we need to flip this whole clock. And the breaks need to be the content. And the content just needs to be, well, we got too many spots anyway, so we might as well just, why don't we just start airing? And we have to be careful because we actually dropped a few inappropriate words.
Yeah, we got to be more, but our best stuff is in the breaks.
The best stuff is absolutely in the breaks. But then, but we also, unfortunately, talk about a lot of personal stuff.
You.
And I'm not sure some of the personal stuff that you've told me you want spread out all over the air.
For sure.
Yeah. But then I don't care.
Right? Right. Open book. Here we go.
Here we go. Guess what Drew told me? Back to Judge Napolitano from the Nickelodeon Network and Stuart Varney, the illegal alien from the United Kingdom.
That's the law. That's the law of the land. I don't know that the present Supreme Court would look at it the same way. This is Doe versus Texas. Excuse me, Poe.
I knew he had to get it right. It's Poe versus Texas. That's the case that says you may be here illegally, but it is still the responsibility of the American taxpayers to provide you with all these benefits, food stamps, all sorts of welfare, education, the right to use and abuse our highways. I mean, it's just drives me nuts.
Joey versus Texas is about 25 years old. I don't know that the Supreme Court would hear it the same way. But what are they counting? They're counting people that are lawfully here, not just citizens, but others who are here, like you before you became a citizen, right. Perfectly lawfully.
Oh, apparently Stuart's become a citizen. Huh.
Breaking news.
Breaking news from like 15 years ago, maybe 20.
Here,
maybe I should stop and just give a little more context for a minute, because there's two things going on in this discussion, and it centers around the census question about are you a U.S. citizen or not, and that question is the one that I have a problem with, because I don't think we should be counting illegal aliens. There's a generic question on the census. How many people live in this household? I don't have a problem with that, except for this. That number, if you run a tenement and you live upstairs, and downstairs you've got 15 illegal aliens living in 2 bedrooms. Well, there's 16 people in that household, you and your 15 illegals. Maybe they're MS-13 and you're scared to kick them out. It gets counted as 16. That trivial number of 16 gets added with all of the other numbers that get added together that end up determining how many congressional districts there are in a state, that end up determining any number of factors in terms of federal grant money, how much money you get for highways or schools or anything else. So I do have a problem with that. You know how you fix that problem? You reform the immigration system so that we know who's here and we kick out those who are illegal. It's so simple. It truly is simple. The problem is there's no political will to fix it. And when I say there's no political will to fix it, there's no political will among Republicans or Democrats. Both parties are at fault.
Have the right to be counted in the population base that generates the member of Congress that represents.
But you don't vote if you have a green card.
That's correct. So they are not counting just voters. They are not counting just citizens, because there are children in there that can't vote.
Right.
They are counting human beings that are here lawfully. What about human beings that are here unlawfully? Should they be counted? The answer is emphatically no to both of those questions.
Oh, no. So, they should be counted.
No, they should not be counted.
The government should know who's
here. Okay. When I say counted, when I say counted,
where am I going wrong?
Okay, we're misusing the same word. When you say counted, you mean the government should know who's there. When I say counted, I mean counted as part of the population base to determine the number of representatives in Congress. Illegals cannot be in there. But if illegals are here, the government has the right to use lawful means to find out who they are.
Any and every valid government anywhere in the world has the absolute right and responsibility to know exactly who the devil is in the country and their immigration status.
Except that Constitution you took an oath to uphold, which protects your freedom of speech, also protects your silence. But you know how sometimes you say to me, silent? I think of the First Amendment.
The whole issue around the census is Democrats want every illegal alien counted. not because they give a rat's ass about whether or not they're getting food stamps or any other sort. They frankly don't even care if they're getting an education. The only reason Democrats want illegal aliens counted in the census is because that will help them get more congressional districts. That helps them get more voters. That helps them stay in power. That helps them get power. That helps them, maybe not in these midterm elections, but in the next elections, to take power and thereby, depending on whether Trump runs again in 2020 or not, that's obviously an iffy question, would allow Maxine Waters to live her orgasmic dream of impeaching Donald Trump. Houston, Texas, I guess because Houston is like the fourth largest city in the country, we shouldn't be surprised, but we have another taxpayer relief shot.
There's some breaking news this morning. 3 armed men ambushed a woman in her driveway and beat her up. But guess what? She fought back. She got away. She got her gun and she started shooting.
Yeah, this happened just a couple hours ago in southwest Houston. That's where Janelle Fort is live this morning on Montverde Lane at West Belfort. Janelle, do police know anything about the suspects right now?
Yeah, they picked on the wrong woman. That's all they need to know.
Well, right now, police say they're looking for 3 armed men wearing masks and that they're possibly driving a dark Toyota. As you can see, police are still here sifting through things. That's that woman's Cadillac here in this driveway. And if you look closely, you can see that her purse is still sitting outside, too. Now, here's what police say happened around 3 this morning. The 50-year-old woman who lives here was driving home, and as she pulled into her driveway, a car pulled in behind her. 3 men in masks with guns hop out and begin attacking her. Now, her 70-year-old mom was inside of the house. She heard the commotion and she called the cops. So somehow the woman was able to get free of the guys and get into the house. But then those men, they came after her. They broke the window here to try and get in, but she was somehow able to grab a gun. She comes out shooting. Those shots scare off those men. They hop into their car and get away, but not before stealing her wallet. Now, that woman was hurt. She was taken to the hospital with a jaw injury, and police say they have no idea why this woman and this house was targeted. And at this point, they say they don't think this is random, but they are trying to figure that out.
Sad part of the story, she didn't hit any. She did not hit any of them. Sad. Sad, sad, sad.
This report is brought to you by Staples.
The showers continue to come down and some wet roads. There is a splashback depending upon where you travel, and slowdowns continue on the highways. A couple of trouble spots south on I-25 approaching 225. That's an accident on the left side of the highway. Still stop and go at downtown from Santa Fe on into the tech center. There's an accident eastbound 76 after 270. It's been sitting in that left lane, and a crash northbound Parker Road at 225. Heavier snow, slick conditions in the high country. Eastbound 70 shut down at Vale Pass. Then with forecast, cloudy skies overnight, snow showers, low around 28. Tomorrow will be sunny and warmer with high near 52. Right now it's 34. For the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KO.
Staples knows running out of ink is no way to do business. Help keep your business working and your print is printing. Go to Staples for a huge selection of ink and toner and find your ink in stock every time and at a low price every day so you can meet every deadline. Staples, it's pro time.
Michael Brown here for a great opportunity to reduce your reliance on energy companies. I want you to get to know Zoetic NRG. You know, a few years ago, I would not have endorsed a solar company, but today, Zoetic NRG has changed the business model. They've introduced a plan that includes a no money down option and converts what was once a liability into an asset. Like me, you may have had preconceived notions about solar energy. So let's dispel those. Today's solar panels and today's solar business is not what it used to be, which is why I endorse Zoetic NRG. One of my listeners recently bought a Zoetic NRG system and wrote to tell me just how happy they were with this solar project. Plus, when they put solar panels on your roof, they're going to insulate your attic and put in a smart home thermostat for free, saving you even more money. Call Zoetic NRG today at 888-637-4447. That's 888 637-4447 for a free quote. And when you call them, tell them Michael Brown sent you.
Who else wants to discover how to invest in cash-flowing apartments without dealing with a single tenant? Join us for a fast start, 2-hour free training event and discover a proven system created by a landscaper who went from mowing lawns to controlling over 8,000 units. You'll discover how to safely invest in apartments using little or none of your own money. How to create a monthly passive income stream that'll allow you to retire in as little as 3 to 5 years. RE Mentor, the experts in apartment investing education for over 15 years, will be in the Denver area sharing this unique system. Be one of the first 30 callers now to get your seat at this class free. Call 888-907-2588. Investing in apartments requires little money down and low risk if trained properly. Learn the secrets from the experts at RE Mentor in just 2 hours. Call 888-907-2588 and become one of the first 30 callers at 888-907-2588. You have nothing to lose and a legacy to gain. So call 888-907-2588.
Hey, it's Greg Hollenbach. I heart Colorado food and beverage. If you do too, you'll want to tune into The Modern Eater every Saturday starting at 6 p.m., where you'll hear hyper-local talk about restaurants, breweries, and distilleries. That's Saturday from 6 to 8 right here on Talk Radio 630
Gunsmith
KHOW.
at Large is a unique place for gun owners and enthusiasts like you and me. Whether it's routine maintenance, customization of your favorite handgun, rifle, or shotgun, Gunsmith at Large is the place to go. And when I say customization, I'm talking about things like turning a Glock into a custom handgun with a titanium-colored pistol with night sights, copper-plated barrel, and a 4.5-pound trigger. Yes, he's that good. So call Parker at Gunsmith at Large right now. 720-662-7156. 720-662-7156.
Get a licensed plumber or HVAC tech in your home for just $39. A safe, complete, and predictable way to find out what's wrong. Just $39 by Fix It 24/7. If you have them do any of the needed repairs, that diagnostic fee is waived with upfront pricing before work begins. And you won't find anyone doing as much work for a lower price anywhere. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939.
Is your garage door making weird noises? This is Dave Logan. If you're having issues with your garage door, call Don's Garage Doors, the only garage door company I personally endorse. I've used Don's Garage Doors in my home, and folks, you should too. Your garage is the entrance to your home, and you want somebody you can trust. Next time you need a garage door repair or replacement, call Don's Garage Doors at 303-738-DOOR. That's 303-738-3667, or online at donsgaragedoors.com.
The Capital One Saver Card presents the invention of the takeout container.
Ah, darling, I've done it. With this folded paper box, we can now easily take out food from a restaurant.
It's genius. So what do you fancy for supper?
I picked last time.
No, I picked last time.
There was a time when takeout was once the next big thing in food. Now it's the Capital One Saver Card. Earn 3% cash back on dining, 2% on groceries, and 1% on all other purchases.
What's in your wallet?
Capital One Bank, USA/NA.
Have you still not refinanced your mortgage? Well, soon you may be kicking yourself in the head. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial, and interest rates have gone up recently and will continue to rise, but they're still at historical lows. So don't delay. Let us lower your monthly payment, consolidate a first and second, pay off other debt, or drop you into a 15-year loan with no closing costs. That's right. Nothing's rolled into your loan. We'll pay for your appraisal, title, underwriting, settlement fee, everything. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Whether it's a purchase or refinance, you'll pay no closing costs. You won't spend a dime. Think about it. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to find out how we can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year. And by the way, Westland Financial now is proud to offer reverse mortgages for our clients over 62. So call us at 888-455-3669. The only way you can lose money is not to call Westland Financial. That's 888-455-3669. 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669.
NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
Tax time means you might be getting a refund. But why not get a little more? It's the 16K a day giveaway. Listen for your shot at $1,000 every hour at 5 after the hour. Weekdays, 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. on 630 KHOW. Brought to you by The Hall Company. If you want a brand new custom home, you need The Hall Company. Whether you want a 1,500 square foot home or 15,000 square feet, The Hall Company will help you buy the land, design the home, and build it. Visit them at denvercustomhomebuilder.biz.
Now, you know, some people in the chat in the chat room on the YouTubes have actually got a sense of humor. Remember I mentioned earlier Bi-Mart, and you thought I was off wackadoodle?
Your head went somewhere
My head
weird.
went somewhere. I freely admit my head went somewhere weird. But when you read all the crap that I read all day long, where do you expect my head to go?
That's a good point.
All right, so I rest my case, Your Honor. Jack writes, experiment. Buy ammo. Swings both ways. 5.56 and 2.23. You won't get that reference.
Yeah, I'm not a gun dude. I don't get that reference. Yeah, but
that's pretty funny. Who's on Fox? What's on the cooking channel? I don't know. Who is? I think Brian Stetler's on the cooking channel.
Yes, he's moonlighting.
Yes, he's moonlighting on the cooking channel. He does a fact-based cooking show where he like what's really in this stew.
Yeah, cook some hog.
Cook some hog. Oh man, I had some good hog for breakfast this morning.
Did you?
It was really good.
And you didn't bring me any to share with me.
I ate it all.
No, you could have got one to go. Brought it to me.
You know, I guess I really...
Knowing that I was here grinding over your audio.
That's a lying sack of crap, because I heard you grinding through the audio earlier when I was in here.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
when you were doing it. But I do feel bad because I was just over here having breakfast, and I could have brought you breakfast this morning. And I actually do feel kind of badly about it.
Wait, were you at that new restaurant kind of up the street?
No, we were over at the original Pancake House.
Oh, yeah.
We had breakfast set at 9 o'clock because we thought that it would be pretty cleared out by 9 o'clock. Holy crap.
And not this part of town.
It was packed.
Yeah, business people doing their breakfast meetings like you were, and
No, it was all old farts. Well, kind of like me too. But,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay. Santa Rosa County, Florida, taxpayer relief shot.
First on 5, a man is dead after a deputy-involved shooting in Santa Rosa County, Florida. News 5's Brian Clerkley is live on Brightwater Drive where the shooting happened. He joins us now. Bryant?
I love the Sounders. You know what I find odd? And don't get me wrong, because I actually enjoy the taxpayer relief shots. It's a chance to show that good people with guns, whether they be citizens or cops, can stop bad people with guns or bad people with bats or knives or whatever else. Their fists. But what I find bizarre is how easy it is for my associate producers to find these. The local media loves to cover shootings. You ever stopped and thought about that? What we now have, the top news story on a local news channel is going to be that the cops shot somebody, or that some private citizen shot somebody, or that some thug shot somebody. Why do we do that? Is there nothing else newsworthy going on in our local communities that should be topic A as opposed to a shooting? We're kind of a sick society. Now, I'm going to continue to do the taxpayer relief shots, don't get me wrong. But when you just stop and think about it, it's just kind of a bizarre phenomena that, I mean, every single day I wake up. Well, not every single day, because some days the associate producers are just worthless. These boys are just worthless, considering what we pay them. But most every day, I get 2 separate sets of taxpayer relief shots. So they're not even cheating. They're not even cheating and sending me. Occasionally there'll be some crossover, but most of the time there are 2 separate sets of different taxpayer relief shots from all over the country. Thinking back on it, it seems like we get a lot from Texas. We get a lot from Florida. Interestingly, we don't get any taxpayer relief shots from Chicago.
Well, Roseanne, Sheriff Bob Johnson says they got a call to this neighborhood about a suspicious person. And when deputies got here, I'm just going to step out of the screen so you guys can see. This is the house behind me that neighbors say a suspect was trying to break into.
Let me step out of the way so you can see the house. This is the house they tried to break into.
We will never think this will happen in Gulf Breeze. This is the safest area. I mean, there's literally no crime here, but...
And there's the template. And so you find somebody, Yep, this is a safe area. It's never happened here before. Shazam.
Unfortunately, it happened, so we're really, really shocked by everything that's going on right now.
Sheriff Bob Johnson says when they got to this neighborhood, they found a suspect who had broken into a home. Neighbors tell News 5 this is the home. Authorities say the first deputy confronted the suspect in the driveway. Authorities say the deputy was injured and the suspect was shot and killed.
I'm shocked. Like I said, this is a very safe community, and we have police officers that actually live in our neighborhood here. And so it's shocking that it would happen here in Gulf Breeze.
Authorities are not releasing details on how the deputy was injured or the identity of the suspect. Sheriff Bob Johnson says there was a woman in the house at the time.
You know, you break into somebody's house in Santa Rosa County and start assaulting people, you get what you get.
Whoa! Whoa! This old sheriff. Yep. You break into a house in Santa Rosa County, Florida, this is what you get, buccos. That's delivering the message to the thugs. Don't mess with Santa Rosa, Florida, or Santa Rosa County, Florida. You might get killed.